Let's try this again. Welcome to the Terra Sentia series, an actual play podcast using 5th edition D&D set in our jointly homebrewed world given magic and mystery by a sentient mycelium network. I am Bill Bryan, and I will be your dungeon master, weaving a web of intrigue for my players. Will Blackmore, playing Time, the human diviner wizard. Ashleen Bradley, playing Kethkin Helder, the half-orc monk.
Have no fear, I am here!
Fisher Newman, playing Experience Joy Within Sorrow, a dwarven life cleric.
Yeah.
And not joining us tonight, sadly, is Connor Crumley. We are putting the dragon in place of Connor because Connor is definitely a dragon.
We need to get some tequila.
Dragon and tequila. So Connor usually plays Ferg, the human barbarian / librarian.
Miss you.
And we miss Connor.
The Bibarian.
The librarian. I can't say that.
The Bibarian.
The Bibarian. I can't even
Barbarian?
begin.
It's the Barbarian.
To Anywho. So
Until you get struck with those fines.
You've been struck by...
No.
Game time.
Started it.
So
What are we doing?
when last we left off, let's see. It's actually been 3 weeks because of was there like a holiday that Halloween. That's it. Yeah.
Was it like a holiday recently?
Also, I was moving. I mean, that was more probably why. Like, we probably would have played on that.
Yeah. So anyway, it's been a while. But and for those of you joining us that remembers our last show, we had a lot of technical difficulties, but we added a 4th camera, and that was just too much for our system. So now we're back to 3 cameras. We're definitely doing Theater of the Mind. On our game table, we have a lot of miniatures because this is kind of a pretty involved battle. So, yeah, everyone. Meet Tanarukk. Tanarukk, everyone.
It's fine.
Hi, Tanarukk.
Is it fine?
It's fine.
You guys didn't
I have no banana for scale, unfortunately.
I'm Tanarukk, and I'm a murderaholic.
Hi, Tanarukk.
I'm not a sociopath. I'm a psychopath.
I'm literally killing someone right now.
That,
my addiction is.
That was Tina. She brought the cookies.
Tina didn't count.
You dick.
I know.
Tanarukk and friends
I'm
coming to you.
really angry that Time is watching this
Winter
multiple
2020.
timelines, and it's the same in every goddamn time. She's like, I tried to avoid this for years. Moving things.
This is when this happened.
Still happened. Oh, God.
I've seen 14 million futures.
Yeah.
And this has been in all of them. Not even one.
So what we got, you all came to Cragst to deal with the whole Rot Queen situation. Mm-hmm. I think all you really know about the Rot Queen is essentially that the Rot Queen is some kind of entity that came about sometime in the midst of the dropped the ritual preservation that went awry.
Mm-hmm.
And it started to definitely start to like speak in your head, especially when you got to the Grove of the Ancients.
When we did that thing where we floated in the sky, didn't Time find out that it had to do with the demons evolving?
Yes.
It's like...
Evolution isn't real.
Because we all asked different types of things, and that was kind of what Time learned. I mean, I don't know if you shared that, but that's what Time learned.
Right.
Pretty sure she did.
Yeah.
Yeah, so now all of you are up on the highest plateau within the Kashar Forest, known as the Cragst Plateau, which houses the capital, the Orcish capital known as Cragst. And you have gotten to the very middle of this plateau, and you entered an area known as the Temple Eclipse. And it is a large globe of hallucinatory terrain that makes the area in this specific area perma twilight. Mm-hmm. And it gives an amazing boon for all of these mushrooms and fungi to grow, and you can only imagine the augmentation that has sort of been influenced and encouraged by the druids atop Cragst. But the other thing, unfortunately, is that Kragst has been pretty much completely wiped out. I mean, you've seen evidence of orc murder. You've seen evidence of dwarf murder up top here.
They're also all in these weird blobtar things.
And they're all in these weird blobtar things. So, so that's really mostly where you are. You also tracked, well, let's see, this is kind of hard to describe in a recap, but basically you tracked Michaud up here.
Michaud?
And it turns out, Michaud. And it turns out that Michaud is not the real Michaud.
No.
The no-show.
And you all had an inkling of that something weird was going on, so it's not like it was a huge surprise.
D&D though.
But
I was surprised.
Yeah, but but at the same time, that was something where that came to a head big time when you got to the Eclipse Temple right in the center of that hallucinatory terrain where you are all at now, and you had a massive battle with the person that was masquerading as Michaud, an ally of Michaud known as Rom. And Rom got away. Rom went down a staircase that sort of opened up as he sort of completed a ritual. And then the staircase closed back up, so it is no longer accessible. And you were all...
I heard him a lot first.
Say again?
I heard him a lot first.
Mm-hmm. You heard him big time.
A lot.
Thankfully, some of his past allies gave him potions
He ran
of healing,
through a wall of thorns like a fucking idiot. Who does that?
Idiots.
Someone that, I mean, I'll be honest, like, he took a big risk.
Yeah.
He meaning me. Like, yeah. I knew that it was very possible that he could have died. But he didn't. So,
good. Probably.
So now you are up in this area. You also know that there is this mysterious, well, not so mysterious, but this mysterious hulking beast that Zeph, the Blackfang tribal champion that's with you, one of your allies, is this beast he calls Tanarukk.
So picking people off in the night.
It's picking people off in the night, and it's mysteriously going from like point A to point B very randomly, and it just appeared on the massive gazebo-like temple that you are all on right now. And
you said it is large sized, or
it is large sized. Yeah. And as a matter of fact, for our viewers, it should look like that. So yeah, it should actually pop up on the
it'll be there
on the screen pretty soon. But anyway, so and we are entering initiative. Does anyone have any questions for me right off the bat? Time, you're holding a potion of healing.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm gonna try and pound that before we start if possible, since I was sort of like, that was a bit of the intent of the like, oh my god, drink this, bad things coming at us.
Yeah.
I'm going to be like, oh, fuck, because she's really hurt.
Does Keth think that the Tanarukk is using the way that he walked around to get around? Or has he not thought of that yet?
We'll get to that on your turn.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's a valid question.
Yeah.
It's initiative time, folks.
I also...
Do I have to re-roll
these last couple weeks?
Damn it, I just rolled, though.
I had forgotten that I was at 2 hit points.
Oh.
So, cool. At least there's 2 people who are closer to the Tanarukk than myself.
You healed us all during the break. You didn't heal yourself at all? I mean, you did that thing where you gave us all like some hit points that you could do.
I think I can only give it to. I think I can only give it to so many people, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were. So we were in a dialogue here and there, and then I definitely interrupted at some point because I was rolling randomly to see where Tanarukk was showing up. So, yeah, here we go. This thing up here.
I got a 16.
Have you rolled yet?
Yeah, 13 for...
What's your dex?
Better than mine.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Well, that's all of me. Berg, Time, and Weaver.
Yeah.
So Tanarukk got Billiam.
Still getting there. 1 second.
Cool. There. With enough room for me to write it in the middle. Also, hello, B-Star.
Yo.
Bum, ba-dum, bum, bum,
Brushing up on
ba-da-da-da-da-da.
Barbarian.
Bum, 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 ba-da-dum.
It's like crunching before a test.
Okay, so the Tanarukk has the initiative of 5.
Oh, suck it.
Mm-hmm.
Suck it straight down. To the bottom of initiative. You trying to figure out how to spell Tanarukk? It's so many letters.
I think I nailed it.
It's like there's like an extra banana of Tanarukk.
Gotta show the audience. The beautiful.
Tanarukk.
Ba-dum-bum, Tanarukk.
Go cute.
Okay.
So
Scatarack.
we
Should be
are okay, and so it's also clear that Keth, you'll be doing bogey on your turn as well.
Yes.
You'll be doing your NPC that you have.
Schultz.
So what I want to be clear on is so everyone's very much like you knew that this thing was sort of teleporting around and appearing in different places. Maybe some of you even came to the conclusion that there could have been like 2 of these things, but this thing appears singularly and gives a mighty roar, dragging this hellish thorny bramble mess of a some kind of a greatsword or a club or something like that.
Don't try and walk through it.
And
It'll walk through you.
Okay. Yeah.
and everyone just sort of like surprised enough that everybody's just kind of like scattering and taking action. Bogey's pretty calm, but the thing that you noticed most is that Zeph is I would classify Zeph as compromised.
Naked.
Very Zeph is having like an emotional reaction to seeing
Shit, I have to roll
perhaps
now.
an old friend of his that is mutated and horrifically disgusting compared to probably what Zeph knows Tanarukk as. Tanarukk was a person.
Mm-hmm.
So
It was an orc.
So
Wow. Do I have to sit on the side of the table still, though? I'd like to switch, please.
you may. You will be known as Connor then.
I don't know if I can fill those shoes, though.
Yeah. And
guess I'll
before we
sit
start,
with
I
Orcs
just
are
wanna,
people.
Whatever,
I
gnome.
want to thank Evie for giving me this.
Abby.
It's really cute, and I like it. And I've purposely tilted the cap so that it looks really cool.
It's a cool guy.
It's cool. It's a cool, fun guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a cool, fun guy.
Yeah. So Keth,
Yes.
what do you do? and okay, so to answer your question, it sort of appeared in a way that that kind of rings a bell for you on like an atomic level. Like, oh shit, it's like this thing has the same ability or power that you do. Like it can actually like travel through the mycelial network.
Fuck.
Fight him on the internet, in the wires.
Fight him in the wires.
It's anonymous.
Okay, so Keth is going to kind of like shout that to everybody. Just, hey, everybody, like he's using the mycelium to travel around. Watch your back. He could be anywhere at any second. And Keth is basically going to turn to his dear friend Time, who probably scattered away a little bit. And he's going to like touch her arm and basically be like, may the strength of my forefathers embolden you and cast bark skin on you using his staff powers.
As you're in that, she's like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Forefathers.
basically, your AC becomes 16, and it can't be anything but 16.
Yep.
No matter what happens to you.
Yep.
Permanently.
Unless I break concentration.
And it's 1 minute, but it's a concentration spell.
I think it's 10 minutes, but I have to look it up.
Okay. Yeah, look it up.
And then I'm going to use one of my key points and go on dodge.
Okay, got
Between myself and time.
it. Yeah.
Actually, yeah, between myself and time. And then Bogey is basically going to be like right into action type thing. Bogey's going to kind of like use the chaos to their advantage and try to like fire an arrow off like as a sneak attack, if that's possible.
Definitely not going to be a sneak attack.
Okay.
What Bogenschultz could do is use this opportunity to hide if they would like, but
not like as a bonus action like rogues can
but
do,
the
right?
creature is very much aware of all of you, and none of you were actually actively hiding. So.
Oh, you know what? Forget that. This thing like popped up in Bogey's face. Bogey's just gonna pull out their short sword and run forward and just do like a multi-attack at this guy. Just kind of like, fuck this. Like, you're not gonna hurt everybody.
Goodbye,
We're
Bogey.
still regrouping. Like, you know.
Okay.
Would Keth, while Keth is dodging, would Keth want to be up in its face while dodging, or staying back while dodging? I don't know what that like Keth's.
Well, I kind of just was like, because I like saw myself kind of going over to you and like making sure you were good, and then just kind of going on dodge with you,
Cool.
until like I can figure out what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. I sort of
one was
imagine like you handing off the
The
potion,
white one.
casting from the staff, and then kind of doing this thing like putting an arm in front of like time and whoever else is in that space.
Yeah, exactly.
If anybody else
Are
is
you
in
the
that
white
space.
one?
I'm the little monk,
You're the
the little brown one.
this one.
The cloistered monk.
Oh, I'm the cowboy.
Yeah, and so
That's
Bogey's gonna
Which one are
basically
Pretty sure I'm
multi-attack.
the white one.
Oh, can I say something about the squares? Each
Sure.
square is 10 by 10. So some of you are in the same square, which means that 4 medium creatures can be in one square. So just keep that in mind.
Okay.
So other than that, it should be pretty easy to navigate.
Are you hit with a 11?
I am not. No, it
That is a double miss, and I rolled a 1, so everybody's gonna drink for that shit.
I gotta get me some alcohol.
Yes, Bill, sure.
Like Bogey just flubbed it real hard.
Me too.
Yeah, and then Bogey's gonna stay up there, like kind of.
Bubble, bubble, flub, flub.
Like, it's
Mother
not,
flubber.
yeah, like fuck, I missed, but I'm gonna fuck you up next turn.
Oh,
All right.
God, I suck.
And I end.
And
I rolled a 5 and a 1, just so the viewers are clear.
Ooh, boy.
Starting off strong.
Yeah,
Yep. Whoops. That's the sound on the
starting you
blues.
off strong. That's what I'm here for.
I like it.
I need to mark down those charges. Okay, somebody else go.
Okay, it's Time's turn.
Love y'all.
Oh, are either of you doing Cleaver?
I am. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's Time's turn.
Cool.
So that'll be Time, Cleaver, and you're doing Ferg on your turn as well?
Yes. So I've got Ferg, Time, and then Cleaver.
Feel free to go in any order.
Sounds great to me. So I mean, like I'll say this right now. At least for a primary action, Time is like pounding that
Meat.
Yeah, that superior.
That's what I marked off.
Yeah, so that's an 8d4 plus 8 if I remember superior.
Superior
Superior is for
level 3, so it's basically
eight, yeah.
8d4 plus 8.
I have a couple of D4 you can use.
Yeah, that sounds good because I have to do all of them at the same time. No, wait, I'm just kidding. But as long as I have 4, that should be good for me. Cool. Gracias.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's incredibly helpful. AC 16 and some healing.
Yeah.
I know you got some.
Oh, because she's like jack shit on spells.
I don't want you to die. Our spacey wizard can live today, hopefully.
Our tall ass wizard.
Our tall ass spacey wizard. Well, not tall to Keth, but that's okay.
Wait, do you have a beard today?
Yes. Ooh, nice. 2 4s, 2 1s. Cool.
not bad.
6. All right, so 20 on the die plus 8. 28?
Point of order.
That's pretty good.
Bark skin is up to an hour concentration.
Shit.
Hour concentration. Got
That's
it.
awesome. That's
Shit.
way better than 10 minutes.
Right?
Yeah, so
I have perma bark skin.
20 on the die plus 8, so 28.
20?
Yeah,
Perfect.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good. Oh,
But-
she feels great. That was the best potion she's ever had. She is like tip top. She's just like, oh, like, Okay, let's do this.
When you drink the potion,
Oh, damn it. I swear to God, Bill.
when you drink the potion,
Yes, good.
Morel's face actually comes into
I have to use
into
that.
sort of being.
Yes,
but
I
it
used
wasn't
to
like
get
it was before.
Like the bad morale?
It's back to this sort of benevolent, soothing, and sort of that healing energy that Morel to be.
Mm-hmm.
It was like right when the potion's like coursing through you, and it's as if as your wounds heal, so does the manifestation of Morel inside of your consciousness.
Oh.
Yeah, and she actually says, "I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. It wasn't me."
Time is like, kind of always felt that was the case now. I'm just like, I think I always knew we really need your help.
And she says,
Make it up to me.
she says, and she sort of goes through a little bit of a stuttering thing, like she's trying to figure out how to help you. For those watching that missed the last episode, there's a manifestation that Time kind of carries around, and it's a person named Morel. And
It's an ex she really can't shake.
And that person actually manifested as a very, very malevolent, ghostly being and began to sort of exclusively attack Time last session.
No bueno.
Yeah.
Especially where she was
Was
like
fucked.
invisible just about everybody.
Yeah.
Most people.
So
Until
and
guiding
then
light.
who's next?
So,
And are you moving to?
honestly, I mean, I'm the white one now. Next to, I'm behind the monk.
You are.
So it
Yep.
probably makes
Yep,
sense. Is there any like cover to take?
No, there really isn't. There are
Isn't there a staircase in the center?
Well, remember
Not
the
anymore.
staircase folded up and actually became flat ground
Yeah.
now, so there is no staircase anymore.
Oh,
That
I thought it went
staircase-
up too.
No, the stair. Oh, yes.
Because you said there was a
No, you are right.
There's like
You
a
are
column
correct.
in the center, right?
Let's say that.
Because I remember I like landed on the up staircase at one point in the last
Yeah.
session.
Yeah, so let's say that
fourth
the
level, right? Not
staircase
Okay, we're
is.
Okay.
I'm gonna laser pointer this
I
shit.
feel you.
Because I had these, and I was
Um,
like, wait, I don't have these.
As
We're supposed to. I think we're
So
gonna
there,
level up.
I'm gonna say that there's a staircase going up here, like along this line, and also a staircase going up along this line, and they both go in the same direction up to the same place.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Can
So
we-
theoretically, they could be partial covered, or
Theoretically, yeah.
Can a large creature climb the stairs comfortably?
Comfortably, absolutely not.
I mean, Tanarukk did live in the city, but he could have been embiggened a bit by his
Almost
deformities.
There is no doubt that this is not the size that Tanarukk used
Normally,
to be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, Tanarukk was the size of perhaps Zeph.
Yeah.
Kath is just self-conscious about someone taller than them being around.
Hey, let's not start.
Rude.
I'm a little sensitive at being a half orc raised
I'm
among
gonna say
orcs,
that
okay?
right now, Time is feeling real charged up. Has her amazing big friend protector, the only other like real large one of our group, kind of
Yeah.
like in front, and she's feeling real emboldened by that.
Yeah.
And is kind of just taking a moment to. Like, you know, the rest of her, that was the action, the pound that, right? But like, you know, her bonus action or whatever, like rest of her time in kind of like passively like perceiving everything that's going on around her. Like she's picking up Morel is new now, right? Like back to like former pieces. And it's just like opening her, like Zen-like way of perceptions, right? To kind of just like absorb and be present.
Well, what you pick up either right now or in the past, or a little bit of both considering who you are, is that Michaud is definitely sort of like reconnecting with the remainder of the shadows.
Mm-hmm.
His sort of elite squad that he kind of
Elite?
took around the
We ripped him apart. Come on, Bill.
Well, you ripped them apart this time, but you also had the advantage on them, and they fucked you up before.
That's
I
fair.
just want to put
Bogey fucked them up this time.
that out.
Yes.
Yeah, Bogey was definitely a.
Yeah, why did Bogey run up with a short sword again?
Because I Don't know.
Hey,
Because Bogey's like a consort who's like meant to protect people and
Yes.
like be like, I am here to serve. I
Yes.
feel like that's kind of their mentality. So in that situation, I took it as like, you know what, fuck it.
They're
Like,
this one?
yeah, they would just be like, let me get.
Whoops.
no.
Let me get his
What are you
attention.
doing?
Well, because they ran up to...
So that was incorrect. So
Is that not Bogey?
That is Ferg.
Oh, okay.
Bogey's the clown character. Remember? Because Bogey
right,
did
the
have a
purple
painted
one.
face when you first met
one?
Yeah.
them,
okay.
and so that's what therein lies the connecting
And-
piece.
Who is the tower, the blue tower again?
Oh, let's
blue tower-
revert that.
Thank you. I
So,
would
so the
appreciate
blue
this.
tower, if I recall, I believe that's Cleaver.
Yeah.
I thought that was the case.
That's Michaud,
Mm-hmm.
the green druid guy. This is Lee,
Yay!
and then the yellow dude.
Is that?
Zeph.
That's Zeph.
Okay.
I keep thinking it's that
Flow.
other NPC that you guys had like drug around in your Saturday game forever. The warrior that couldn't speak to you. You know what I'm talking about?
Well, they could speak to Nick because Nick.
Oh, the mental
There was a
thing.
loss in
right?
translation.
Yeah, there was definitely a loss in translation, and she was definitely gosh, I'm going on a tangent. She was definitely one of our players' ancestors, and she was definitely lawful evil. Like she was like legit. Like we had to talk her down sometimes from doing some really fucked up, crazy shit. But she was a great, powerful ally to have on her side. It's just that we had to like kind of manipulate her into doing good.
Right.
Stalin, basically.
Yeah, a little bit.
Oh my God, just don't go in that fucking house.
Yeah, look at the fucking house.
Sorry.
But yeah, no, but that mini is Zeph, the Blackfang tribal
Right.
champion.
Got it.
Boom. Sounds good.
I looked at that mini and I see champion.
So yeah, time doing that. It's good that she's picked that up
Sorry, Will.
and other pieces. So
Oh, and Time definitely notices that Zeph is like sheet white, and very like beads of sweat and kind of hyperventilating a little bit, just staring at Tanarukk.
Oh, buddy.
Then what Time is going to do with like that level of perception is kind of like spend the rest of that time of her time kind of thinking through a little bit of timelines and seeing like what phrase, what word, what something could like try and cut through to Zeph to like snap him out of it and bring him back around. Like, not that she can do it this round, but just being like she's trying to like sift through and just be aware of that through the things that she knows.
Okay.
Like, and maybe try and like be like, hey, kind of idea like next turn.
He beat you in your fantasy league.
What is Cleaver and or Ferg doing?
Both are actually acting semi-simultaneously, hence this is kind of what I'm doing, right? So Cleaver had like Ferg is well read and has been like, you know, that barbarian piece of like seeing how battles are playing out and has noticed how Cleaver has been using people, specifically Bogey, like most proficiency, kind of like dodging in, like getting attacks on, right? Like the sort of coordinated pack tactics sort of element.
They did it together a bit last game too, I think.
Yeah. And so like Ferg is sort of like taking that into account as this happens, right? So like what's his name? Yeah. So Cleaver's going to move in first, up next to Bogey, and is going to get that attack, being like, okay, seeing Bogey move in, like this is what Cleaver would do. So it gets advantage on an attack. Yeah, as long as it's 5 feet. Ooh, 15 plus something plus 4, so 19 to hit.
19 definitely hits.
Yay! It is mortal.
Who knows? So then, using 2 hands on that spear, not fantastic, but 4 points of piercing damage.
Can someone hand me a pencil? I seem to be bereft of a pencil. Yay!
I will just steal fishers if I need one.
As that's happening,
So wait. I have a thing.
okay,
Real quick.
Gracias.
So how much damage did you do?
4 piercing.
4 piercing.
How's it die?
So the moment, Cleaver runs up and describe how Cleaver like attacks this thing and successfully hits it.
Mm-hmm. So while Bogey moves up and is sort of like swiping at it twice with like short sword, right? Like Cleaver has fought with Bogey enough at this point to kind of see his motions and like knows that like as his like second swing is like always sort of like stepping like towards the right a little bit. He pops up like around the curvature of Bogey's body and kind of like comes at the other angle,
Right.
like with the spear kind of shoving forward,
Yeah.
right? So like kind of like you were watching this happening up front, and no matter whether Bogey hits or not, right? Like you're following the Cobra, and then he kind of pops in and like stings from the side.
Got it. So the moment that that Cleaver does that and sort of like gets up, notices the pattern, stings to the side, this creature annoyed, like as if it was just annoyed, it reactively sort of like swats out with its massive sword. And Cleaver's armor class is
14.
okay, so it misses, but I'd like Cleaver to make a dexterity saving throw.
Cool. Does he get any bonus to that for being sort of like in partial cover behind Bogey, kind of like bouncing around behind him?
No, just because this creature's so big.
Yeah, fair enough. Worth a try. I don't know why I'm rolling that. Not great. 9.
So Cleaver falls down on his
a German
ass, basically trying to avoid this hit.
Okay.
So Cleaver is prone.
Yeah, that sounds good. I think he's probably... He was like a little bit off to the side there. So yeah, I don't think he probably had to use like 20-ish feet of movement to move up maybe because he was like one square over and had to get to the other corner of that square. So yeah, I'll say that this actually works even better for kind of what Connor was planning or Ferg was planning. So how close is this thing to an edge or to the edge?
Not that close.
Okay.
Probably about 10 feet from the edge, but just looking at it, it's quite massive in its sort of sheer girth. So yeah, you'd imagine like pushing this thing off the edge would be a little close to impossible.
True, but it's 10 feet from the edge?
It
Enough
is
rage.
Yeah, about 10 to 15 feet away from the edge.
Cool.
Yeah.
I'm angling more towards that 10 side. So you see Connor like as little one is I mean, I don't know if Cleaver's that little anymore, but littler one. Kind of swooping in. Ferg sort of like flips their head to the side a little bit, almost giving like this little like raven's eye like look at the piece, and you see them like duck and swoop around and begin like just dashing at this thing. And so it like they are angling towards like that position to run straight at it and push it back towards like that closest edge that's like about 10-ish feet away if possible. And slams in using the charger feat, which basically using that attack instead of as an attack, doing a shove and potentially pushing them 10 feet away if they get it.
Yeah. So I don't get a save in any way?
It's just like how a contested save or a contested ability check for grappling, right? It's like shove as a grapple, same thing. So it's like athletics or acrobatics if you choose. But for Ferg, it's got to be athletics.
Okay. And so I'm rolling an athletics roll, essentially.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Presume that was the case. Oh, 19 total?
I only got 14.
So I mean the Raven swoops in, right? Because that's Raven is sort of the modified piece, right? That Ferg's
the
going
Raven.
with.
Definitely.
Yeah, so you almost like out of the corner of your eye, like as a monk of and recognizing sort of connection to nature, like recognize this like motion of a bird, right? Like predatory bird swooping in, and it absolutely just like sort of like stops and slams the thing. It less shoves it back and more like startles it to a certain extent because it just got stung over here and wasn't quite paying attention, and this simultaneously happens and shoves it back 10 feet, like it staggers backwards.
Yeah. So, and I'm gonna say because you beat it by 5 or more, it goes over the edge, and where we will sort of end Ferg's turn is it's just sort of in midair, like we're talking like a half a foot off, like just falls back, and you do like Ferg does see that the creature
Excuse me.
Actually, that's actually pretty apropos, because it sort of belches in midair, and something like awful and sort of bulky is sort of like making its way up from its throat.
Oh, gross.
Joy.
Okay.
and you are controlling Michaud as well.
Yes.
So before
And
you get
Zeph.
into Joy's turn, let me just say that if Michaud wants to, Michaud can take his action to direct the rest of the shadows. But that is his action essentially. He can move around, he can do whatever, but like he can. So I'm sort of giving that to Michaud as like an extra action.
Cool. Okay. Yes, I'm going to guiding bolt at that guy.
Okay.
'Cause that seemed pretty effective last time. It's still still at the same height it was, right? It hasn't fallen below anything.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm just gonna. Boop,
Yeah.
boop, boop. It's not great. Shit. What was that? 16, I think.
16
15.
is
15.
yeah.
Yeah.
15 hits.
Okay. Cool. Everyone hand me a bunch of d6s.
What was not great in previous editions to D&D is now pretty damn good in D&D because the number crunch is so like minimized.
Which is appreciated.
Yeah, right.
Do you need more than
Let's
that?
see. No, I don't think so. Yep. Boop. Okay. 16 damage total.
16.
And the next attack made against it will be at advantage. These
what
ones-
kind of energy is
Radiant.
able? Radiant. So you said 16?
Yep.
Damn. That's,
So that's 32 damage total because it takes double damage from radiant.
wait, why?
No, that was the.
No.
I thought that was Morel did
super
it the other day. Yeah, super effective.
Okay.
Okay,
yeah,
yes.
you blast it in midair.
Yes.
And then what is Michaud doing?
Michaud is gonna, I guess, direct the minions to fight.
Okay.
Do I have to control all 4 of them now?
You don't necessarily have to control all 4 of them.
Just make 4d20 rolls and see who hits.
But let's say, so looking around the acolyte, looks around to see who's the most injured. Is there anyone like noticeably injured around the area?
I am quite injured.
Okay, so the acolyte goes over to you.
That's the gold guy? The little happy
yes,
sun?
Yes, and they have already used their second level slot, so they're going to roll Cure Wounds on you, and they're going to heal you up for 4 points. And then
Thanks, Fred.
the 2 red minis are the scouts, and so they have bows in their hands. They each have 2 shots each. Feel free to roll that if you'd like.
All right.
Just roll.
That's cool. Wow.
What's their
Cool.
plus, Bill?
Yeah, what is her plus?
Plus 4.
Plus 4. Okay,
That's
so
one hit, then.
6, 10, 10, 18.
6. What? Oh wow. So the 18 hit. None of the other ones did.
Yeah, that makes sense. Boop. And then,
so go, roll D8 plus 2
oh, 10.
Nice.
points. Nice work.
And then blue guy is just gonna start running up. I don't think he can make it there in 1 round.
I would say because he sees the creature falling off the edge.
Mhm.
I mean, definitely not running up to engage it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it's you still want to have him just like a full move all the way up there.
He's gonna move forward at least a little bit, just like
We can only move 30,
boop, to
right?
there.
So-
Yeah,
You
and
can
that's about
dash.
30.
Yeah, you can dash. So okay,
Yeah.
great. So
can
that's
he
Michaud's
go on
action. Is
dodge?
Michaud moving?
Yeah, Michelle's gonna move to a slightly more central position. She's like boop boop, walk over here.
Okay.
Leave those people. Right?
And then Zeph is catatonic.
Wait. Why?
If because I roll under a 10.
Well, okay. I get to do that. Thank you very much.
I'm the character.
Zeph. Yeah, I take liberties with NPCs.
Can that be a T-shirt?
Yeah, that could be a T-shirt. So basically, Zeph can do whatever Zeph would normally do. He's but if it's in regards to attacking the Tanarukk, disadvantage. Essentially, it's a sort of a version of frightened.
Mm-hmm.
In this case, it would be mortified.
Yes. Okay. There's Ferg up front there, right?
Yep.
Yeah, over here. All right. He's going to. Oh, it's not too far. You usually make attack rolls, right? Or time does?
Often.
Okay, and not just like do damage with resistances?
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, gonna move over here and give you a +4 to your next attack roll with leadership.
Oh. How are you leading me?
Put it out of its misery.
Nice. I like that. I would say like that's Zeph, right? Zeph has noticed that I'm like trying to listen. But it's it's cute, right? It's cute. But it's you put in some work in the last it's like cute. Like you didn't you haven't earned your stripe by any means, but like that level of time being more aware, I'd say Zeph like recognizes hence being like, okay, I'm saying this piece to you. Like put out of his misery. I see a future like that.
Of you putting it out of its misery?
A future, yeah.
How many futures?
So what's going on?
Zeph made it so like times next attack is a +4 from a leadership ability. Or whatever it's called.
Plus D4.
Plus D4, cool. So like sort of a mini bless.
Yes.
I dig it.
Okay, fantastic.
Cute.
So
that's actually really good for
Tanarukk.
I figured.
So the Tanarukk is doing a couple of things.
Glowing.
It's like
that's true.
Brightly glowing from the guiding bolt, right?
Yep.
But it is also basically like
spewing.
It's a mix between like convulsing and regurgitating and in a form of like weirdly giving birth out of its mouth.
Oh,
man, that was me
as
yesterday.
it sort of pukes out these like really bulging sludgy things that are basically projectiling into this area as it's in midair. He's
all right, John Carpenter.
and it's just like at the same time falling. So I would like
dislike a lot of that.
Fisher, could you please roll 2d10? Add them up.
Yes. Add them up.
Are you gonna use your percentile?
Yeah, I may as well.
That's bad luck.
An 8 and a 1.
An 8 and a 1, so that's 9.
Okay.
The 8 was on the percentile.
So
yeah, it's actually 81 damage.
No, it's gonna be 9 fucking spit bomb creatures.
Ooh. Cursed Thrall.
Thanks. Ew.
Hopefully it's not 81.
Shut up.
Roll 1d100. I do have a 1d100 at my house.
What?
It's pretty great.
I saw one somewhere recently and it was like $20-something. I was like,
It's
why do I
really-
want
it's-
this so bad?
So-
Mine is from, I think, the 80s?
one's gonna
It's real
land
hard to
here.
read.
One is going to heavier ones land here, and the lighter ones.
Just like that there's a combination of light and heavies.
Is any loogie really the same?
Well, when you're sick and you're coughing up loogies, like in the morning, like you really get those like big globs, and then a little later they're smaller. That kind of
See,
thing.
I don't
Did you
cough
think
up
about that
loogies
this week
when
while
I-
you've been sick?
Oh yeah, totally.
You
By the way, I'm on antibiotics, so I'm so not contagious. So
I'm not
happy
worried
to
about
say
it.
that as you're looming over me.
Loom.
Talking about loogies.
Just complete your antibiotic straight or like line, please. Don't end it early. PSA.
Just as long as you don't get vaccinated.
I actually got my flu vaccination.
Ooh, I'm proud of you.
Yeah, shit.
I'm kind of terrified in the current regime to get a free flu shot.
Wait, what?
They don't have any control over that yet.
Yeah, they don't.
I know. It was
They're gonna put microbes in
It's,
you.
I'm a little impressed at the range of these things flying like 50, 60 feet plus.
No, this is a solid
or
100
100
feet.
feet like, from diagonal. Jesus.
Yeah.
It's aggressive. It's I took proficiency at Loogie.
I got that spittoon proficiency.
I got a
It's really good at the watermelon seed spitting contest, and every summer it cracks.
So when these things get launched into the air, Time, you kind of, I would say you're the only exception to this. Everybody sees these things in the air kind of weirdly they're attracted to certain spots on the ground, and you're not even sure what those spots are or whatever. But it is if gravity just decided to work in a different way.
Like a weird magnet, almost like they got like sucked in weird spots.
Exactly. So time, you saw it as like, oh my god, is this actually happening, or is this like a possible future, or what's like you're not even sure like what just happened. But they all kind of plop to the ground. And these things are unlike the sort of like orc versions of these or the dwarf versions of these. These are very much unidentifiable in humanoid nature.
Growths.
But they do sort of like very quickly grow kind of arms, kind of legs, and are coming at each of you in turn. The only ones that are different are the two that got spit up that are closest to, I think, Ferg and Cleaver.
The big boys.
And those are the sort of the soupy amalgamation of body parts that are kind of rolling towards.
Oh, it's the people they ate.
Yeah.
I never thought I would hear soupy body parts in a sentence.
Really?
Bill.
Yeah, I'll be here all night.
You need more adventure in your life.
Oh my
Adventure!
God.
I'm sorry, I thought this was Thursday.
So that. Oh, and then last but not least, Ashleen, please roll a d20. Odds, it stays around. Evens, it's not on the gazebo.
Like at all, but we'll still be able to see it shining in the distance, right?
Roll it up.
Odds.
So odds, it hangs around. So Will, go ahead and roll me a d4.
For fall damage?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Quadrants.
3.
So it's in this quadrant closest to me.
1,
Like
2.
over here?
So it's falling, and you can hear it kind of like gasp as it like spits up all that thing and kind of gasps for a thing of air, and then it actually sort of comes out of this gunk on the floor.
Oh, I thought that was 4.
Right there.
Great. Delightful.
How's it going there, Time?
It's kind of a doozy of a day.
And it struggles to like catch its air, like basically catch its breath. But when it does, it just like roars a sort of stinking, fetid roar in your face. Keth, it's your turn.
Just from the fact that I fought a lot of these things right now, I shouldn't touch this one, right?
That is really, really solid wisdom.
Cool. Shouldn't touch it. Good to know.
I gotta touch it.
But I wanted to punch it, to be fair.
Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
All right. So basically, Keth is aware that this thing just popped up between him, like on the other side of time.
Right.
So he's gonna kind of like go around time, like in his like really quick monk way. That's just like, what the fuck? You were here like a second ago, and now you're like on the other side of me.
Right.
And he is going to double-handed swing with his immovable staff at
Wait, against this thing? Or which thing?
The big
the
scary
big scary
Okay.
Tanarukk, at the big scary Tanarukk, and basically get between time and it. If I'm exhausted at one point, that's not attacking, right?
No, it's not. It's just ability checks.
Okay.
But you are at advantage for your first roll as it's glowing.
I rolled a
18, right?
18 plus 2 because
That's an absolute hit.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay,
You
and then that's
strike
going to be a D8. 3 plus
20.
3 plus 2.
Wait.
8.
So total 8.
8.
All
yeah.
right.
And
All right. You begin to thwack at it. One of your hits actually kind of bludgeons off a very sharp, spiky, what you would imagine to be like a thorn that's just protruding from its body because it has them all over the place.
mhm.
And on a biological level, this is somehow what happens when a creature is invaded by cordyceps and somehow doesn't die. It's just like like all of these.
Played that video game.
I mean, yeah, exactly. And yeah, so but you break off one of those, and then the second one basically just like smacked it right in the jaw.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I only did one hit.
But I'm just gonna say it was like a combination of two.
Okay, cool.
Because I fucked up and I'm done with it.
I don't want to punch because I don't want to touch those spikes or the weird goopiness. Yeah. And so I think Bogey's kind of like aware that if we don't take care of the Tanarukk, that what?
Oh, I was just gonna say that you do not get the sense that touching Tanarukk is going to be any sort of
like it's not going to give me
detriment.
Goopy problems.
Yes. But all of the rest of these creatures are like
so I can punch him,
flowing like a mucus waterfall.
But so wait, so what I'm hearing is I can punch him.
That's what I'm. I don't want you to not be as effective as you could be. So yeah, you think you can totally punch this thing.
Okay, yeah. Well I'm gonna flurry of blows this motherfucker then.
Yeah. Okay. I'll be right back.
That's what my dad said too.
One of them's gonna be a hit.
Which one?
One of them's a hit.
Yeah.
You say?
Yep.
They rolled a 2 and a 16.
I rolled a 2 and a 16. So the 2 is like a 7.
Okay.
Which isn't gonna hit.
Oh.
And that is gonna be 4 points of damage.
I want to tell you stuff on your turn in regards to Ferg. Don't let me forget.
Okay.
What'd you say?
That is going to be a 4 damage.
4 damage, yeah.
And I need you to make a strength save.
Sorry, I can't do math.
You're good.
4 damage, and you need me to make a strength save?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
That's the glancing blow on the jaw right there, was just that little 4 damage.
Yeah, cute.
Motherfucker.
What's your DC, though?
My DC?
Yeah.
15.
Nice. That's good.
The strength save. Yeah. I just rolled a 24.
Yeah, you made it. You're not knocked prone, but you have no reactions until your next turn. Yeah. Enjoy that punch to the face, motherfucker.
Yeah.
That's just my level. That was my monastic tradition ability for level 4 or 3 or whatever.
Yeah,
it gives my flurry of blows cool shit.
It's funny, I could have actually taken a reaction on your first hit, and I forgot, and I'm rewarding you for my forgetfulness. And I'm just gonna
congratulations.
Call that. No, seriously. Like, why should I be able to go back? Like,
so call him out if he tries to react on y'all until it's my turn again.
Yeah. Sometimes I'll do that for a more intelligent adversary, but this is not an intelligent adversary.
So it's not a rough day.
Spoilers.
And so yeah, I think Bogey would kind of just be like, okay, if we don't take out this big thing first, we're just gonna keep populating more shit. So like Bogey's gonna do like one of those like whip out the crossbow, kind of like track it sees it pop up in front of Keth, like Keth's like punching it in the face, and Bogey's gonna try to make a sneak attack while it's engaged.
Go for it.
Cool.
Why did he roll?
I don't know, but I got scared too. I was like, fuck, why is he rolling?
Well, when you say, I'll actually tell you.
Yeah.
When you said, we got to kill this before it like keeps populating all this gross shit.
Yeah.
I rolled its recharge for that ability.
Damn it.
And it looks like that's a 6 over there.
Well, I set it down on a different number, but
Bogey hits for sure.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
What is Bogey attacking?
Yes, with a light crossbow. And then, so I'm going to need you to make a Constitution saving throw. And it's going to be a D8 and 4D6.
Okay, con save, yeah.
15 DC.
I got a great con save, but unfortunately, that is only an 8.
All right. So this is going to be the arrow damage, the piercing damage.
Okay.
That is 10, 14, 18.
18.
And then you are also going to scoop up.
Do you have any pluses on that, or is it just 18?
Oh, sorry, 18 plus 3. 21.
I got you. Everyone counts.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then you're also going to scoop up 7 points of poison damage.
Unless I made... Oh, I got it. So 7...
Did you make it?
No, but it probably has
no, I did
resistance
not.
and stuff.
I have
right.
resistance, so...
You still would have taken half on a failed. Yeah.
So a quarter.
Or unsuccessful. Yeah, exactly.
That's what I was working out.
And yeah, Bogey's basically going to do that and then
Nice.
kind of like insert themselves between Cleaver and that one that came up in Cleaver's face with their movement. His movement, and end there.
Okay, sounds good.
Like basically they followed it, tracked it, shot, and then dropped the crossbow and kind of like ducked in front of Cleaver and like ready to, yeah.
Boom.
Yeah. And I'm going to say that that light crossbow,
Yeah.
it just stuck right in its head, just below its sort of massive left horn.
Cool.
And so you can imagine that a lot of the momentum was probably blocked by the root of that horn, and at the same time, it's still stuck in its head. So it did a shit ton of damage.
And Kath is kind of like, whoa, nice shot.
It is time /cleaver /
Nice shot, bro.
So
Air high five.
I'm gonna read you some stuff that Ferg that Connor sent over.
Nice.
Badoo.
Oh, are they watching?
No. It's just when they told me why they weren't coming. They were like, oh, Ferg stuff. Like they just gave me some information
Cool.
so we could use. So Ferg has about 6 rounds of rage left. So at this point, that's 5.
Cool. Yep.
2 rages total left.
Yep.
Ferg has not used their boon yet, so they have not.
Heroism.
Yeah, that's what that is. And then they have not casted Blight yet as a bonus action.
Okay.
Ferg's logic is that they're saving those for the Rock Queen, and everything else should be on Ferg's character sheet.
Cool.
Hopefully
So
we get to fucking rest before the Rock Queen.
don't use the charm or blight or anything like that. That's for Rock Queen.
That's
Okay.
what. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what Connor wanted.
Cool.
You know, how bad would it be if we just like let the Rock Queen do their thing and then like it would only affect the Kashar, right? At least for right now.
Oh my god.
You're absolutely welcome to find out.
My people are almost all dead. Can we not?
You're over there. You can't
Fisher,
hear me.
sometimes
The
you're
moon
actually a
jo-
horrible person.
Sometimes.
You know, it's not me.
Sometimes.
I'm not bad. I'm just rolled this way.
It's how I roll, Bill.
Yeah, I rolled a d6 for my personality and I rolled a dick.
Noted.
The timer.
So time plus at this point.
The dick is a 30.
So I would say that Cleaver sort of like, kips up a little bit, tries to look cool, doesn't do it like, it's not an expert one, but manages it.
Do the
Gets
Jackie
up.
Chan.
Yeah, like, like, shit, my ankle. It's fine. But it gets up. It's fine. And then kind of like wheels around Bogey a little bit, kind of just doing like a little like half step and kind of like pops the spear through, but kind of like wants to use the more like blunt end, sort of like flip it around, use it more like quarterstaffy.
Mm-hmm.
Just seeing these things are like gooey and doesn't want to like poke it with the pointy thing. Notice what happens when that happens. So.
Pierce it.
So wait, he is.
He's flipping the spear around, but like using the blunt end of the spear to kind of like jab at it more quarters.
So more like a quarter. Okay,
Exactly.
got it. Yeah, absolutely.
Just don't stab yourself.
Don't lance the pimple, just poke at it.
Yeah, there you go. 20-something. Yeah,
Definitely.
It's a dirty 20-something.
it's a dirty 20-something.
That's how I like my 20.
9
Nope.
points of bludgeoning damage.
Taking that back before I say it out loud.
To this like little blue guy over here. Meanwhile, just like Cleaver's like, hey, yeah.
Good job, Cleaver.
Poke.
Fuck shit up.
He's talking to himself.
You be your own
Did you say
hype guy.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
9 points of bludgeoning damage.
All right.
Oh, I would have thought these things have like
Okey-doke.
1 hit point.
So Cleaver just sort of like pops an eyeball on the thing, only to see the eyeball get swallowed up by 2 more eyes that then get swallowed up by itself, and then it just keeps on rolling and rolling and rolling.
Yeah, I dislike that.
It's roiling and broiling around.
It's roiling and
Why
broiling.
do we not have enough fire?
And
You can do fire.
Then
So, I mean, I'm still
Yes, you are.
all of my billion other people. So Ferg actually like kind of
Just hit
swoops
Yeah.
again, doing sort of like dash action. Sees that there's a lot happening over there, but like wouldn't want to necessarily abandon people over here. I would probably say. So actually, yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Ferg is very
focused on the big guy. There was a challenge,
Yes.
right? You're right. Yeah, that's absolutely right. So yeah, same thing happens, but is going to. So still the sort of like bird, raven dash sort of element comes through.
And remember, anytime he leaves an area
Uh-huh.
and provokes an attack of opportunity, they're at a disadvantage.
Yep, while dashing specifically. Believe, but I don't know.
Yep. So he could start a bonus action dash.
Yeah, which is
around.
exactly what he was doing, right? That was the plan.
Cool.
Well, it has to use action. Well, could bonus action dash? Actually, yeah. I guess it's kind of about the same depending on whether you're using your charge feature or not.
Mm-hmm.
But I think we'll be using the charge feature. So, gotcha. Is that one that landed next to time actually next to time, or could Ferg like insinuate himself
Is it
in
on
that
the
gap
staircase?
between? Oh yeah, well I don't know. I'm just kind of curious, like spacing wise, since you said these like squares are pretty big and like medium creatures can all do all manner of overlap. Since time's in that square and the things in that square.
Roll a d6. Odds. It's right next to you.
6. So it's not.
Yep. It's
Sweet.
about 5 feet away from you.
Fantastic. So Ferg is going to kind of do that bird swoop and kind of like swoop, like protect friend, swoop in between time and the thing, and then is going to slam into Tanarukk
So
with the
here is the attack of opportunity that the
one right next to Ferg.
undulating piece of flesh
That's what I like to hear.
is.
Who doesn't like undulating flesh?
I mean,
Ugh.
you know,
Not like this. Not like this.
it's a good weekend thing. I'm just saying. You know? Oh wait, what?
no.
That's cool.
This is more like Weekend at
So
Bernie's.
it sort of bites out at Ferg, and I want you to imagine that it's like a bunch of all these little tiny mouths.
Ooh. Thanks, Geiger.
Drop a nipple.
Disadvantage, baby.
Yep, disadvantage. 13.
Just missed.
Just missed. Nice.
Yeah, because you have don't you have
Time has bark skin.
Yeah,
time
not-
sparks?
not- not-
You're right.
Thanks.
Will,
for
but not Ferg.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Appreciate it. So Ferg is going to take this opportunity and just like seeing all that is going on, is getting reckless up in here, and so it's getting advantage on the attack.
Absolutely.
Really wants to make this stick. Really does stick it.
Very cool.
Not critty, but still sick.
Yeah.
But still
And,
sticky, sticky.
because the charging element gets an additional 5 on top of it, because there's a lot of rage happening here.
Mm-hmm. Like +5 to damage kind of deal.
Yeah, on top of all of the
Awesome.
barbarian pluses the damage. Cool. So that is going to be 16 damage, slamming from Ferg with like the stone pencil, just like popping it across.
Okay, tell me how Ferg doesn't kill the creature, but tell me how he lands a very awful, almost mortal blow to this creature.
Are you going for the Tanarukk or for the...
Tanarukk.
Yeah, for the Tanarukk.
What?
So
Shit.
Ferg shoving it off.
Dips.
Hold on. So Ferg shoving it off the sort of ledge before saw sort of a little bit of a like a soft spot.
Yeah.
Perhaps like as it was like falling backwards and it was like things were kind of coughing up. Notices that the sort of short arrow or the arrow from the light crossbow sort of like actually pierced like basically right next to that spot, which is what hit it so hard. And so like goes and like tees up and just like slams it in further.
Awesome.
Like hits it, drives it a little deeper on top of all of that bludgeoning.
Nice. Oh, that's cool. Very awesome.
That bird eye, like just damn.
And
The precision.
we still have what? Cleaver and time?
Cleaver did Cleaver's thing
Yep.
because it hit already.
That's right.
But time is there. And is time right next to this Tanarukk? Oh,
Yes.
Doesn't even matter actually. She
It-
she steps back. Because it looks a little dazed and confused right now
No
after taking a
reactions.
clip to the chin. So she is going to
I rung its bell.
kind of move there-ish, maybe not like
Then
right next
Ferg
to the
run
edge,
it way
but
fucking
just
harder.
over here.
By the way, is Connor on the chat at all or no?
Doesn't seem like.
Okay. I just sort of invited them like, hey, if you want to join us via chat, you're more than welcome.
And time wants this thing to end. Does time have with her like passive perception like have any sense that this thing is like real close to end, or is it like Out of curiosity, I don't know if that's a thing that she has an ability to like gauge.
I will say that it's
Pretty observant.
wavering. Yeah, it's round 6 in a boxing match. They've taken a beating, and there's a little bit of like wavering and staggering happening. You know, this creature has these other like weird, almost vestigial pair of legs as well. Did you see a picture of it?
No.
Mm. So it's using those to sort of like it's falling a little bit
tripody.
back. Yeah, it's a little tripody, and it's falling a little bit back, and those legs are actually catching itself, but you can see it kind of like not doing well.
Gross.
Cool. So yeah, time is. There's a lot of bad things happening here. It looks scary. Cool. Time is just sort of like chalking up a firebolt to like slam at the thing.
And as you ready your attack, you catch Zeph's eye real quick, and Zeph's just like,
Have its misery. We talked about this.
it's like just like the nod, like you killing it is me killing it.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Not a critty.
Perfect. Yeah, it slams into the creature's chest,
Boom. 8 points of fire damage.
which translates more to 4
Mm.
because it is resistant to fire.
Of course it is, but you know, is it enough?
It is not.
Son of a
Nope.
bitch. These other things weren't resistant to fire. You son of a bitch.
God.
Yeah, for whatever reason, this particular manifestation of whatever's going on in this region, like it is resistant to fire. It
It's
just
also
kind
not oozy though. I like that.
it's not oozy, yeah.
Yes.
But
I'll
but
take whatever I can get.
you will,
right?
yeah, exactly. I mean, like, okay, so I believe
And
we're
then
going
Joy.
over to Joy and to Michelle
Yes. And Zeph.
and Zeph.
Yes. Now Zeph is gonna step up past this thing, but not all the way. Still next to it, so no attacks there. And is just gonna whack the shit out of it with a spear.
Okay, so I think he's got 2 attacks, but
Yep.
he is at a disadvantage on both attacks.
Oh, still?
Yep.
Even after that moment of like clarity.
It's a lot harder for him.
Oh,
than-
though.
Okay, that's 20. That's 15 plus 5.
Yeah.
And 8.
Probably not hit.
It is not a hit. So go
Yes.
ahead and roll damage.
Where was the damage on this? It was. Oh, okay, you crossed it out, and I couldn't figure out which one was the 1d6.
If you're doing two-handed, it'd be 1d8. If you're doing one-handed, it's 1d6.
He would be doing
It's a spear,
two-handed.
so they're all. Is that all 1d8 then?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Ooh, 5.
5 points.
Yep. My dice are great.
And
See,
you
my
rolled
D-
better with my dice.
My d20 is really good. Everything else I've ever had has been terrible.
He slams his spear into the creature and unfortunately can't pull it out.
Mhm.
It's like stuck in the creature, and it kind of wheels around and staggers almost like it's going to just backhand Zeph, but it just can't. It can't get there. What is Joy and Michaud doing?
Michaud is going to bring out his fire sword again. So how long has it been since the last combat wrapped up? Because is my fire sword still going?
No, it is not.
Okay, then yeah, he's gonna use up that fire sword and go to town on. Wait, that's this one. Go to town on this one.
Okay, sounds good. Roll it up.
Boop. Critical hit.
Critties!
All right, what is he using? A club? Oh, cool, a D4.
Well, no. So you just said
Right.
you were using
You made a fire
yeah?
sword, so you
Yeah,
use
but
a
that
d6.
does. Oh,
Yeah,
I
it
forgot
doesn't
this is a
just make
different
your-
weapon.
You're making a
Yes.
sword out of
Yes,
fire.
you're right. I
So-
forgot about that.
yeah.
Aha.
And
Giving me
if
yours
you,
instead of mine.
And here's the thing: if you
Well, you
want
need
to,
two,
so
'cause
the
you
fire
could-
sword is a one-handed weapon.
Right.
You could have transitioned your staff into your offhand,
Mhm.
and as a bonus action, you can attack offhandedly if you would like.
Sure.
Okay. So how much damage does a fire sword do?
Um,
Are they d6s or d8s?
Well,
remember.
you got. That's what I'm asking you.
Flame blade.
Flame
Yeah,
blade,
flame blade.
Yeah.
I was already on it.
it mostly just looks really impressive. He's doing this half as an attack and half to inspire everybody through this last push of the battle.
3d6.
3d6.
So you get to roll 66.
So yeah, 66.
Good lord. All right, cough him up, people.
You have 2d6.
On this-
you can toss
on
this
this
in.
You
little
can
thing?
roll 3 and 3 if you want.
Yeah.
No, I'm fine. Nah, that's more fun.
Ooh, 2.
Ooh, that's a lot of 5s.
That is a lot of 5s. Okay, so that's 10. 10. 25.
25. So, and
it's on fire.
Flame blade. Well, it doesn't really matter. He just cuts in half, pulls a straight up samurai, and just cuts it straight in half, and it but it like cauterizes at the exact same time and just falls over like
That's what he was
dead
hoping
and
for.
just kind of melts into a pool.
Gross.
Flame blade does last.
Have you
for
guys
10
seen those
minutes
videos of
normally,
those
by the
hot
way.
knives and they cut cheese?
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
So I apologize.
Oh, it is still
don't,
lasting.
Don't mark. I thought it was a minute.
Yeah, I thought it was a minute
I also
too.
thought.
Mark that.
Woo!
That slot back.
Cool.
You dirty slot. And
I am a
I got you a
slot.
slot.
and
Get these back.
so take that little mini off of the board.
And
And
replace it
if
with
he
a
wants, he can
glue-
move over to another one and attack it with his
Staff.
as a
Yeah, with his club.
Yep.
His shillelagh club.
Is that still going?
I
I don't think
I
you can
don't
have
know.
both. They're both
yeah,
concentration.
I'm just gonna go with.
Usually the concentration.
I actually don't know. Yeah, I'm just gonna whack it
Let's
with
roll
the
the hit and
thing.
I'll let you know in a second.
Yeah. So if you
There it
do
is.
hit it, you only roll d6.
It's not concentration.
Cool. But how long does it last?
Man.
So it's good. It's
Yeah,
gone.
it's gone.
Yeah.
And I rolled a 2, so.
Well, add it up.
These things are slow, remember.
That is a. I think a 4.
Okay. So
Plus
no, he did not hit. But,
It's it's 5 total. Yeah.
yeah, he did not hit. So anyway, so yes, he kind of clanked down on the wooden gazebo
exists.
floor, and that is Michaud. And now we do Joy.
All right, Joy is just gonna. He just learned this new spell. It's called Toll the Dead, and I put it somewhere. There it is. He wants to test it out on this big bad.
It's the only one that's not yellow.
Yes.
Sorry, I think it was funny.
So I am
So
rolling a
let-
wisdom save, yeah?
Yeah, let me learn this spell real quick, because you point at one creature. Like that. And then, yes, okay, cool.
Are you pointing at the big boy?
Yes. Oh, yeah, I'm pointing at Mr. Chonkster.
Yes. And I rolled an 8.
I rolled an 8.
Oh, that's my
which
DC.
is-
I suck. No, I'm just kidding.
No, my spell save DC is
Nice. Then it is
13.
a
Yeah, 13.
D12. Good sir.
D12. Boop. 10.
10
Plus-
points.
Yeah. There's no plus on that, right?
How does the Tanarukk get destroyed?
So this like pure crystalline sound erupts throughout this gazebo.
Mhm.
Phrase that no one has ever uttered.
Right? I can't say gazebo seriously. And this, it starts to like, not convulse so much as like twitch, starting from its extremities and moving in as it slowly like dusts. Like it dissolves almost.
Except for its loot.
Okay.
Yes, its loot does stay around conveniently.
Well, no, so it doesn't really have any loot.
Yeah, it
Except for the sword that it's wielding.
ooh, all the
Fertile
so yeah,
tears.
it collapses into dust, piles of dust surrounding its bones,
Yeah.
and the bones of all inside it.
It's like it vibrates on a frequency that just like breaks its like matter apart.
Unzips the cell wall.
Yeah,
Gross.
Hot.
Yeah.
Mr.
hot.
Zeph, I'm not feeling too good.
Chemistry's my fetish.
And so go ahead and take that
We
mini
know.
off of the
The
board.
mini?
Oh yeah, this is verging on ultra.
Never again. Yeah, it's like,
I wish Connor was here to see you use Toll the Dead to kill the big bad because I feel like that is such an area move.
they would be very proud.
They'd be so proud of you.
They'd be
Al-
completely breathing flame.
also, Joy is quite impressed with himself right now. He's like, okay,
I
cool.
see you.
Probably looks over your shoulder at what's
Kelly.
her Kelly.
She hasn't done anything. She's still just sitting in the corner.
At Lee.
At least.
Oh, Lee,
Yeah,
my bad.
It's like,
Joy,
Kelly's not been around for a long time.
Yeah.
Joy thinks to himself, maybe clerics aren't so bad. Okay.
yeah, he's like, okay. I guess I could be a good guy.
How about sorrow within sorrow, bitch?
Oh.
Taste that joy.
Oh.
Yeah, he's gonna spend all of next round just thinking up one-liners.
So when you mentioned that you can't say gazebo with a straight face, I always go back to I think it was either in Dragon Magazine or Dungeon Magazine way back in the day. It was sort of a split comic where it was the DM describing a scene. Actually, no, I don't even think that it was a split. It was just like the players at the table, and the DM was like, you walk into a courtyard where a giant gazebo looms overhead, and the player goes, "A gazebo! I attack!" And that because he just didn't know what it was and he thought it was a monster.
It's hilarious.
Actually, I'm just really gazebo-phobic.
I'm just playing
we're
Don
in, like-
Quixote, no big deal.
We're in the center,
Don't be gazebo-phobic.
the religious center of this beautiful
There's a
capital.
Word for it.
On this
Fear of
in this
gazebos.
beautiful mountain, in this beautiful magical forest, in a gazebo.
I mean, it's more like a Roman temple meets a gazebo.
I know,
Yeah.
but just the word
Like a
gazebo. I'm like,
coliseum.
The only reason I would use a gazebo is because there is mostly wood. This is made out of mostly wood with accents of
Mushrooms.
stone.
Mhm.
So yeah,
It totally makes sense. I'm just like, that's something my grandma has.
yeah. But you know,
Trellis.
it's really, really epic. It's an epic
Don't
gazebo.
be jealous
my
of
friend.
my trellis.
It is an epic gazebo.
Yeah, it's an exebo. Wait, what? Okay, so after joy, are all of the growth-like things.
Gross.
So
There's 7 left.
let's see here. The blue guys. Okay, so one of the creatures. So let's see.
There's 8 left. One over here.
I counted that.
There is a fear of gravity.
There's this one.
Okay, so now these sort of like I described these roiling flesh bubbles.
It's fine.
They start to make a significant amount of noise to the point where anybody near them is like visibly uncomfortable.
Gross.
Because
And-
we weren't already.
The other thing that is happening is that the ground, like next to them, due to like Bogenschultz and Cleaver, just kind of standing there, it's softening and sort of like they're starting to sink into the ground a bit. But be that as it may, that one kind of rounds about a little bit so that it's right next to both Bogenschultz and Cleaver, and it's going to attack randomly. Odds Bogenschultz attacks Cleaver.
Poor
and
Cleaver.
It just has so many hit points, you guys.
but before it attacks Cleaver, it's
like
going
70.
to spit a
76.
fleshy spittle in Bogey's eyes.
Ugh.
And
Fleshy spittle.
Hit
Ew,
with your
not hot.
spittle.
Not.
oh
my God.
Oh my god! I rolled a nat
Crit to the
20.
eyes.
Oh,
That's
well,
fine.
That's okay.
It's actually not.
Yeah,
fine.
no, we know.
We agreed that
This
NPCs were going to
This
die
is one of
first.
those not fine.
This is
moments.
multiple exhaustion point moments.
Can we just sit around here for a week as I revive all you guys?
God, I know, right? Okay, you guys want to revive you all and take a nap? Revive you all again? You're gonna go up a level from reviving us, or
Okay, so
You are watching.
interesting. So I'm going to have Bogenschultz roll a dexterity saving throw, but because of the nat 20, I'm going to say that Bogenschultz is. Oh, I'm sorry. That didn't even require a hit roll.
Oh, thank
So I'm going to
God.
say that's its bite.
Is that
Bogenschultz is rolling just a dexterity saving. The spittle kind of
what did I roll?
comes at it.
That's a 19.
19
thank you.
plus 3.
Okay, so
Oh, plus 6.
So
Oh, shit.
Bogey's reaction time is just like otherworldly. Spider-Man's the shit out of that.
You full on
And
Matrix
it kind of,
dodge.
sails over their head. However, Cleaver gets bitten. But it's not just from one mouth on this creature. It's almost like the entire creature latches on like a bunch of like simultaneous lampreys just and then just crunches down. And this is not going to be pretty.
Cleaver's gonna die with 1 hit, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
Good story beat.
Bogenschultz is like, no!
I'm okay with it. Oh, it's still rolling.
The amenities!
22. 22 is the total, by the way. This is not a robust character.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Bill's rolled a lot of dice, friends.
38 points of damage.
Flavor goes down.
Yeah.
Like by a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, the NPCs don't just die?
Mm. Sometimes, depends on how important they are. How important is Flavor to the plot line?
Yeah, I actually will say that this creature rolls over Cleaver.
Well,
And then suddenly and almost startlingly quick, Cleaver is a part of it. And you can actually hear Cleaver yelling out, and it's a part of the it's a part of the cacophony that is this creature is just sort of like.
And there goes the second to last July.
yeah, this is pairing really weirdly.
It really
It
is.
was really
huh?
dissatisfactory. Just like this ending. I mean, it was good.
Well, no. I was gonna say we could roll that up and smoke it.
So please take Cleaver's miniature off the board. And
How old is
and
Cleaver
then
again?
The second one.
It's fine.
Because that blue
Goodbye,
one is
Bogey.
one of your friends. And there's only
Big Perp?
6
Or does
of
it try and chase after Connor?
1,
No,
2,
dude.
3, 4,
No.
5, 6,
Or
7,
So
8.
Ashleen,
Oh, I didn't see that one.
this one also spits a sort of fleshy globule at Bogenschultz,
Same dex.
and then closes in.
Should I roll another dex save or
Yeah, another dexterity save.
a lot?
Okay, cool.
23.
23.
So Bogey's fine
Fought.
in that regard, and then
In that regard.
is Bogey hit with an 18?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay, so
That's
so it
terrifying.
all of these. I mean, and you know, this is
Yeah,
Gross.
the gibbering mouther.
Gibbering. Yeah, this is a reskinned Gibbering Mouther for sure.
Certainly, especially now reskinned with Cleaver's flesh.
Oh.
Too soon?
That was the other one?
It was about 45
So
seconds.
Bogenschultz takes 20 points of damage.
That ain't
Okay.
shit.
Don't
And
challenge it.
and Bogenschultz needs to make a strength saving throw or be knocked prone
That'll be fine.
as it again attempts to steamroll over it in a fleshy sort of way.
Ugh.
That is going to be a 10.
And
I thought you rolled a 16.
believe
Is that a 6?
No.
that a 10 is what you needed. Yes.
Oh! Critical almost nailed it.
Critical nail biter.
Yeah. Yeah. It actually says I just kind of made that up, but it says that the target is killed by this damage. It is absorbed into the mouther.
Oh, so yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
That 100% makes sense.
Yeah.
Also,
Okay, and then moving on
Poor
to
child.
the other creatures. So
They all died when they lost connection to the host.
this one here is attacking Joy.
What the
Michelle
fuck?
just hit it, though. Or, I mean, I guess that's fair.
they're not really that.
They're not smart.
No, Michelle
yeah.
didn't hit it.
Oh, missed
Michelle
Yeah.
whiffed.
it. Whiffed it.
Michelle owned the one that he did hit.
Yeah, Michelle cut
Sorry.
one in half and then, like, flipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My bad.
So is Joy hit by a 11?
No!
Okay.
Fuck you! I poke it in the eye with my middle finger.
This one
Don't touch
here.
it.
And then the auto hit.
Actually, this one here, the red
cool.
one,
Uh-huh.
goes
Jenny
for time.
Well, can I make it to me?
Yes, it can.
Just barely, yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, actually,
Because I was trying to be
it's
like,
about-
as far away as the thing.
That's about 15 feet away.
yeah. Actually, I'm gonna say that it can make it to you, but it cannot attack you.
Cool.
Ooh.
I'm fine with this.
The one next to Ferg is attacking Ferg.
No.
It's fine.
Let's see.
This brings me okay.
See, Connor, look how much Will cares about your character.
You're gonna be okay. I have faith in Ferg's character. Destroying.
Is Ferg hit by a 17?
Yeah, that's actually probably gonna hit. So I'm pretty
Yes.
sure.
Ferg
yeah,
has a-
yeah.
What, 12? 13?
14.
14? That's a little better than I thought, but it's not good. It's bad. If you get hit, it's bad.
Okay, so Ferg takes 4 points of slashing damage. So that's going to amount to 2.
Mhm.
But then Ferg's going to also take 2 points of necrotic. So that's
okay.
4 total.
Okay.
And then what else do we have?
There's one kind of next to Zeph, one kind of next to Kelly, and there's one in the middle.
One
Lee.
next.
Lee,
not
damn
Kelly.
it.
Yeah.
We don't want Kelly here.
And
Kelly.
Lee
Go.
is not hit by
Yay!
a 9. And I gotta get up and kind of see what's going on here.
There's the one by Zeph in the middle one I
This
haven't
middle one here
Mhm.
is gonna go for odds Michaud, evens Joy, Michaud.
Yay! I mean, no, don't.
And Michaud is not hit by a 9.
Consistent.
I'm pretty consistent. I mean, if anything.
The blue one? I think it's the
And
last
then
one, right?
Where?
Zeph. No, the blue one's our guy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The last one's the one by Zeph.
So move those off the board just so there's no confusion. Okay, cool. Because my brain went, oh wait, what are those? Did that? Oh yeah, the one near Zeph is attacking Zeph. Ooh, nat 20.
Oh.
I mean, the last nat 20 did 38 points of damage and 8 cleaver.
Yeah,
So-
that was a real scary thing.
That was
These
the
are
bigger
creepy,
one, you're
but
right.
these are loogies, not the Gibbering Mothers, which are also terrible.
Which are both on Bogey.
Yeah.
Fine.
15 points of damage to Zeph.
Oh. Thank you.
And we will call it there. Keth.
Yes.
So, Keth, I need you right away to make a wisdom saving throw as the... Or no, actually, that's not those creatures. Never mind. Go
Great.
for it.
Okay.
Keep doing you.
Oh, wait. Let's see. Actually, who got hit? Zeph takes 1 level of exhaustion.
God damn it. He already has one.
Just Zeph got hit by those creatures.
No,
No, Ferg took a hit.
Ferg took a hit, so Ferg takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh, you're right.
I think that puts them at 2 levels of exhaustion.
Joy, did you get hit?
No.
And did Michaud did not get hit?
Nope.
Lee did not get hit. Okay, great. Bogey would also take some levels of exhaustion, which would,
Bogey got hit once.
yes, so
Yeah.
1 level of exhaustion. And I'm just gonna say that Cleaver took 6 levels of exhaustion right away.
I'm a little exhausted.
Anyway, sorry, I had to backtrack a little bit, but Kath, it's your turn.
Okay. Bogey is just... I'm going to start with Bogey just because they're like engaged with the 2 mouth breathers. And
Not wrong. Not wrong.
and Bogey's going to multi-attack the one that just swallowed Cleaver more as with their sword, more as like a... Oh my god, like, can I cut Cleaver out of there, like, type reaction? Like, what the fuck just happened in front of me? So I don't even think they're, like,
Well,
it's not even about trying to do the most damage.
And
They're
also,
just, like,
just on a level of like taking ownership over NPCs a little bit, Bogenschultz might feel like they're out of their league right in this moment, and might seek to like bonus action
Disengage and run away.
and get the fuck out of there.
GTF.
So I just wanted to put that out as a viable option.
It doesn't actually sound like that was. I agree. The level of like, this is not. I watched my friend get cut down. This is I watched my friend get absorbed into a hellish
I
creature.
watched
and
my
should get the
charge
fuck
that I'm
outta
supposed to be
here.
protecting get absorbed into a hellish creature.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
but Bogey is an in the moment creature to know when, okay, like I failed, time to move on.
Okay, that's fair.
I moved on. It's cool.
So Bogey will disengage then and bonus action and move their full movement, which is 30 feet, towards Ferg and Keth. And time.
That puts you right here. Here.
Bonus action disengage.
Or
Yeah.
just,
Bonus action disengage.
can I do that as bonus action?
You could.
Yes, you can.
Okay,
Do you
yeah.
want to move that way, or do you want to move towards something like Michaud to help like attack that region, or do you think like Bogey's just trying to?
I was just like retreat
GTFO.
towards allies was kind of what
Yeah.
Bogey was like.
Michaud's probably closest ally as well as with the
but
pink.
I hear what Ashleen's saying, which
Mhm.
is that Bogey's closer to like folks over there. Bogey doesn't even really know Michaud that well,
Okay.
aside from being like a tenuous ally coming into
point.
Yeah.
cracks. So I just want to put that out there. Like you're
That's
totally
kind of
right,
my
Will,
thought.
And
Yeah.
Totally fair.
But besides, Michaud's got his 3 guys with him right there and his little healer. So there's kind of like a group and a group, you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
So Bogey will go over there and just chill. And then Keth is basically going to turn around again and just be like, time, what is your deal right now? Like, I can't turn my back for 1 second without something else trying to attack you. And basically just
She's popular.
I'm gonna use my staff and do a multi-attack, like kind of like a 1-2 with the.
Gotcha.
Appreciate it.
Oh my god, it's a crit miss. I already drink.
Please.
I know. And the other one is a. I mean, okay. To be fair though, even with a 1, that is still gonna be an 8. Does that hit?
Attacks, rolling ones on attacks is always a miss.
The other one's a 15.
But otherwise, yes. However,
The 15 absolutely hits.
you literally rolled the one number that you had to not roll in order to hit these things.
It's just because my staff thing's activated, so I get an additional +2 right now.
And
to be clear,
and
too.
I do like the picture of the creature that they're using because it has all the arrows just sort of like
Sticking into it.
sunken into it.
And that is going to be 3 + 3 + 2, so 6, 8. 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage to the
Of
one
staff
by
smacky
time.
damage. Yeah. And I can't punch it because that'll just hurt. So
Appreciate that.
Okay.
I'm going to. No, I'm not going to move away from it because I'd rather have it attack me than time. Okay, I end. I can disengage as a bonus action from one of my things that I got from the orc guys, but I don't want to leave you there by yourself.
Thanks.
Kath, make a insight check
Insight check happening.
real quick.
My insight is not strong. I got a 9.
Okay. I'll just say that a thought came and went in like a blink of an eye, and you don't even have time to process it.
Okay.
We are moving on to time in the bunch.
Oh.
Well,
One less.
yeah.
Uh,
Time and the one other.
fine.
Time in the one.
Time in the one other. So yeah, I mean this one that that Ferg is right next to. I mean basically. Yeah, interesting question. Yeah, no, that's great. This makes sense.
You hear Joy screaming, "Help!"
You all
Get
right?
the healer on you.
Yeah, you're cool.
Yeah, but the healer can only go if Michelle doesn't go.
So I mean, does Joy call out for help?
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, though, I don't think Ferg can make it to you, even with dashing right now. Ferg is at half speed with now a second level of exhaust.
Keep talking up here.
Okay. I am the dungeon master now.
Oh, so we use this attack and it kills everybody. Cool.
We won, Bill. We beat D&D.
Also, it turns out the Rot Queen just wanted to be friends the whole time.
Yeah, friends.
She's misunderstood.
I can't leave you alone for a second.
Oh, yeah, no, we already won the game.
You
We
can't.
won the game.
It was the 3rd second that was the problem.
I got so many magic items. It's awesome.
I'm attuned to 6 things now, Bill.
Here, I'm gonna keep you up to there. So actually, I'm gonna say.
one
Hold on, let's say. So say that's Ferg's in that corner there. So what? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Actually, yeah. With the dash action and the half speed, like that does get Ferg just to the location. So Ferg is gonna do that with Joy, like calling out, kind of like bird swoops past this one, and makes it up next to
Okay.
Joy.
So it will take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage
Okay.
The yellow guy is a
Other
friend.
one. Yep.
Oh, the other way.
The purple
and
boy.
hits Ferg with a 4. Just kidding. Doesn't hit Ferg. No.
Because Bill said so.
I rolled a 15 and a 2. So
Ooh.
yeah.
Okay.
Rip.
I love Connor's build of Ferg.
Mm-hmm.
I do. It's a very non-traditional.
Cinematic.
I don't know. I love it. It's so great.
Very, very much digging it for sure.
We just love you, Connor. We miss you.
I mean, that's very true.
True.
So yeah, getting a little
Out in the
reckless up in
ether.
here, and definitely
Never
got
forget.
the charge out of this. Enough really slow things. Not a fail.
Mhm.
Yeah, and stone pencils it.
Uh-oh.
20 points of damage.
Mm.
Which one did he strike? He struck.
The one that is attacking Joy.
Right. Which has not taken any damage.
Sure.
So
Yeah, good job, Joy.
you said 20?
20.
Sorry for killing the big bad.
You mean kill stealing?
Zerg to kill really quick. Oh god, I hate hunters. Sorry, it's a World of Warcraft thing.
Okay.
I know you were.
Ferg just crushes it, and a wound that would have killed a normal human, but for whatever reason, it's just still going. Probably just sliced down the torso into its pelvic area.
So
If that is indeed a pelvis.
Oh, it moved. Who knows?
It's Elvis.
Ew.
cool. Okay, so here's what actually. So this is interesting. So Ferg does have 5 more feet of movement because I didn't have to move over to that one spot. I thought to attack the other one. So Ferg, kind of seeing what these things have been doing, kind of like you can almost envision this. Like you sort of see it like Ferg swooping in and like attacking. But like bird-wise, sort of like almost like flaps backwards is kind of what it looks like. Kind of like trying to draw its attention, like come at me, and steps 5 feet back to kind of like draw an attack of opportunity from it.
Boop. Okay.
No, not next to the other one. Thank
And
you.
it does. But misses with a 6.
Exactly, giving you sort of like distracting it to allow Joy to pull out of there basically as needed.
Great tactic.
Joy doesn't
Love it.
pull out.
Boom, use the mechanics, baby.
Yeah.
Just squeak.
I mean, I what I love about Gibbering Mouthers as a creature is that they're +2 to hit. But when they hit, they do 5d6 damage.
It's so much damage, though.
It's so much damage. Oh, and
So
they
you roll
require
10d6 to
and
kill.
they require a strength save, or they knock you prone.
Great.
It's like
They also make you go insane if you stand close to it.
oh, that reminds me. Have Ferg make a Wisdom saving throw, please,
Wait, why?
because he was near one of the ones to start off his turn.
Oh, gotcha. So that's not just the gibbering; it's one of the other ones. Gotcha.
It is the Gibbering.
Oh, those two are over
Ferg
away
wasn't
from
next to the
everybody.
gibbering.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was.
No, Ferg was over here.
Yeah, Ferg was right there because Ferg swooped in on the Tanarukk.
Yeah, Ferg was right here.
That is. Oh, I
only these
keep
two.
doing that. I apologize. No, I'm. You're wrong, or you're right. I'm wrong. You're right. I'm wrong. Totally.
Yeah.
You're like, whoa, we're all very, very.
No, I sorry. Words are hard.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, so time, we're good. Okay. So, out of curiosity, or from Ferg's perspective on like hitting this thing, these are ones we've dealt with before. Do they seem like resistant to physical damage? It's kind
No.
of like no, at all. Gotcha. They've got some oomph to them.
They've got some oomph to
They
them.
are evil Tide Pods.
Yeah. All right. That's interesting.
Gross.
Put them in your mouth and...
So
Isn't that what you did?
So yeah, I think
Gen
Time is going to try and get away from one of these guys. Yeah, that sounds good. No. These are bad ones doing their things. Yeah, she is going to just kind of like take the chance on it.
Take a chance on me.
This stuff, like, it's kind of like a puddle. I can kind of step behind, right? Something like that.
Yes.
Cool. So she's
Most of that. So that puddle was already there, but it's actually been expanded because of the Tanarukk melting.
Okay. I'm trying not to step at it. It's really my
the
goal.
interesting thing is that its blade is sort of spanning the puddle.
Huh, okay. I'm not going to touch anything.
Okay.
If I can possibly avoid it.
So you just retreated from one of the from the blob towers.
Yep.
It will attack of opportunity you. And are you hit with a 13?
I am not.
Bark skin.
Yeah, baby.
Got
I
you.
normally would have been hit by that real hard.
Yeah, baby.
Thank you. And while you're saying thank you, I've left you alone with it. So
You're fine. I came over there to engage it so you could get away.
yeah, no, I
You're
appreciate
engaged?
it.
Who's the lucky blob tar?
Ew.
Ew, yeah, definitely. So yeah, it's time sort of
They're
like
into BDSM.
awareness of all of this crap that is happening right now. Sees friends in danger, other people's. These things are scary. There's a bunch of stuff happening. Good lord! All right, she's just gonna kind of engage fire here. I'm not sure she knows what to do with those things right now.
Just set him on fire.
Yeah, I don't know if
Burn
that'll
it to
work
the
out.
ground.
She is like actually. I mean, but she's looking at the one that's like take like that consumed and took damage, and is like, ugh, that's the worst. Like, actually, I don't know if she'd know. Oh, passive perception. Would she know which one had like had been hit so far?
Absolutely.
Okay, she's gonna fire off of that one with a chromatic orb. Oh, and she doesn't have the +4 thing. That was just once. Yeah, it's not like a plus 12 plus 7, 19.
Hit.
Yay!
Bam. So using fire on these things because she recognizes that these are somewhat different than whatever else those juicy things are, right? 3d8, yeah, baby.
Yeah, baby. Do you need an 8?
No, I do not. Thank you, though.
Just gonna chuck it at your head, so you're welcome.
Ooh, all right, that's a couple 8s. So 16 plus 5, 21. And plus is 21 points of damage to that.
21.
Fire. Yeah.
How much of that goes to a chopper?
Cleaver.
Well,
All of it and none of it.
Does fire seem effective against these things?
Very much so. Yeah.
Good.
it's super effective.
Somebody
Ooh,
call 911.
you actually get a slight smell of like hamburger.
As a matter of fact, you remember from past dealings with both of these creatures, you don't remember them having any particular resistances or immunities, or I should say you haven't used anything that would indicate such.
And the blobby guys are really, really vulnerable to ice because it stops them from exploding. It freezes them.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I don't know anything, so it's fine. For now, at least.
Yeah. The one that is next to Joy that took the damage from Ferg, it's like bulging in a very nerve-wracking
Worrisome way.
Yep. Cool. Well, now's the time to step back and hit it with
Oh
something
yeah,
in the
no.
distance.
I go over here.
Good, 0.
Okay, cool. It paused for a second, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't actually the stream messing up. All right, I'm going to step over there. And I'm going to Sacred Flame. That one, because I feel like these are bigger threats than these.
If I may, I mean, I don't know. It's up to you, but Joy might be reacting to this one that's like ready to pop and no one's next to it. Like knowing
Shows
like things are
someone
also
is
attacking.
next.
Someone is,
Michelle's
someone
right
is next to it.
As a matter of fact, 2 people are next
And
to it.
Ferg.
Ferg step back 5 feet to get out of the way.
And the
right?
healer.
That's still kind of next to it.
Ah, damn.
Mm-hmm.
All right, fair enough. Do your thing. I don't know. I didn't realize these things had like a giant radius. So,
Well, and that's the thing, I'm not sure. And I don't have any ice spells, I don't think. No, okay, so Sacred Flame. Yes, it must succeed a dexterity saving throw. DC 13.
Oh, that's going to be adorable. If I make this, I'm laugh in your face.
That's okay. I'm used to it.
I rolled a 1.
Oh!
Not that one, but I rolled a 1.
Oh.
It's a dirty 1. I think we should drink for that.
I'll take a dirty one.
I'll take a dirty
Also,
1.
because I need a new bear, so.
Okay, that is 6 points of damage.
6 points?
Yep, 6 points of unhappiness damage.
I feel sad.
Good.
It's radiant.
You
That hurt
ate
my
my
feelings.
friend. And the Sacred Flame is... oh, you're right, it is radiant. I thought it was just fire.
You get
I didn't
attached
know it was
easy.
just fire spells. I do get attached
Oh,
easy.
thank you.
Well, how else can you explain Lee?
Which one?
Is there any old German in it?
Yeah.
Codependency issues.
Thank you, sir.
It's not codependency, it's more like...
Just dependency.
yeah.
There's no co about
I
this.
missed the beginning of this. I'm sorry, I was getting an old German.
So what do we got? We got...
We have Zeph and Michaud.
yeah.
All right, Michaud is going to...
By the way, Zeph's back to normal.
From disadvantage against...
yeah.
Well, wasn't it just against the...
It really
the
was,
Tanarukk?
yeah. But I just
Cool.
wanted to be very
All right.
clear on that.
Yeah, so Zeph's going to turn, and he's going to whack on this guy.
Whack it.
I know, it is actually...
Wacky.
It is objectively hot. Shit. That is an 11?
Yeah.
For
That's
one of
a
the
hit.
attacks? Okay, and the second attack is a 12.
That's
So-
also a hit.
Okay, cool. And these do 1d8 each. So that's 8 points, and that's 4 points
12.
of piercing damage.
But like no pluses?
No, he
No, I added the pluses. Sorry.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Sorry.
4.
Yeah.
You rolled it straight.
They rolled a 5 and a 1.
Yeah.
Okay, and what about Michelle?
Michaud.
The scouts just shoot the big guys.
So I'm going to say that this this dude right here,
Mhm.
does not want to be anywhere
Yeah,
near
no.
those
Who
things.
would? Who would?
Yes.
And gets the fuck out of there.
This way or that way?
Probably towards the rest of the group.
All right.
You're like running forward.
This guy's
to these
gonna move-
things,
Double- like
and,
double
then, and then
moves.
like screeches to a halt, seeing Cleaver get absorbed in these things, and goes.
You hear suspicious saxophone in
just
the background.
pedaling real hard.
Yeah.
He just Benny Hills it out of there.
Yeah.
I mean, can the archers shoot even if I don't control them? Because it seems weird for them just to be sitting there.
I'm gonna say that. Here's why it's not weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's not weird because they just spent months and months and months being mind fucked into believing that they were following Michaud's like will and order,
Mm-hmm.
and in fact, they just found out that it wasn't. So they're in a state of like processing reality different than all of the rest of you.
Okay.
So that's why I've sort of given it sort of like, okay, it's an action to have Michaud actually inspire
Okay.
them to action. But otherwise they can maybe move around, but they really can't do anything.
Okay.
They've been under control for so long that they need Michaud's control
Yeah.
to get them to do anything.
All right.
Yeah.
Nobody's thinking
So
for themselves right
Michaud's going to be selflessly inspiring and raise his flaming sword up in one arm and yell encouragement like, "You are your own people! Fight for yourselves!" And then cleave that down against this guy. Big spiky
And they
one.
go, oh my god, he's right for like at least one round.
now. Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping. So yeah, Michaud is doing that. That is it. Oh shit.
No, it's fine.
Well,
you made it. These
not
things
great.
are fucking slow.
What
Did
is
you
this
roll a
plus?
1?
Roll a 2. So that
Oh.
what is that to hit?
Michaud's got it.
I think 5.
I think it's your
No, but-
spell because of your.
But you use your spell casting to hit.
Oh, I do. What is it?
So
Yeah,
your
because
spell,
of
the hit.
it's your attack is 5. So you're.
No, that this is Michaud.
Oh right.
What is Michaud's wisdom? Because Michaud's a druid.
14. So
So plus 2 plus whatever
plus
proficiency.
2. So 6.
Yeah, that's probably still gonna miss actually.
It is
Yeah.
gonna miss.
Do you have 2 attacks with that one, or no? You have a bonus attack though, with
Exactly.
your
So
staffy.
well, as he misses that, he sort of carries the momentum through. And he misses because he was distracted planning a second hit with the offhand club against the significantly more weakened one.
Okay.
So his plan was to cleave, smash, but he got too distracted planning to smash.
Roll it up.
And being inspiring.
Yes. Ooh, that's much better. That's
a good
That's definitely a hit.
yeah, that's 18.
Yeah. I mean, these creatures' AC is a 9. Just
Yeah.
Yeah, but just for posterity's sake, I want to,
I want my numbers.
Yes.
I can add.
What? And then that is
people following the game too
D4.
probably want to hear numbers too.
Man,
so-
Two.
I don't know. Just pick one.
yeah. Good old club. 4 damage
No
You don't have a
pluses?
plus?
to
Actually,
the
no,
club? I
because
don't
it's an
think so.
offhand, so no.
Oh,
pluses.
yeah.
Oh,
because
okay.
of that.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
what do
4.
we got here?
It's just a club.
I like her like hit it harder.
It's just a club, not a quarterstaff.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's a club. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah, you smack it pretty much right in the torso. It kind of collapses what could be a sternum, but then it just sort of like reformulates and kind of resets itself in like a sickening, like crunchy click, and it still keeps going.
He says, "Damn, I really thought that would have killed it."
So wait, so that was okay. So Michaud
Yes.
did that. Okay, great.
I already attacked with Zeph, right?
You did.
And I missed.
You
Yes.
hit
Did I
once.
hit?
Yeah.
I hit
No,
once.
Are
yeah,
you
hit.
sacred
You
flamed
hit.
with
With joy, yeah.
You did
So you're
12
good?
damage.
Yep, cool.
Okay, so it's the enemy's turn. So let's
Do you know your enemy?
deal
Yeah.
with.
Those guys.
Okay, so the creature that's nearest to Ferg is going to attack Ferg.
Someone's going to move
This
up.
one or this one?
That one.
This one?
Mhm.
Cool.
So attack of opportunity from Michaud.
Should be,
Steps
yes.
away, moves away 5 feet.
Oh wait, because Ferg. Oh, I get it. No. Move him back to Michelle.
Were you talking about me?
It was so close I didn't actually realize what was happening. So no, that creature is going to just like lunge at
Michelle.
Michaud.
Ferg tried to distract it.
And is Michaud hit by a 20?
Surprisingly, no. His AC is 97.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, go ahead and roll some damage.
All right.
We get a plus for bullshit over here on this side of the table.
So Michaud takes 8 points of damage.
Right.
Which is
That's a woe.
necrotic.
You're good.
Pretty close.
Um,
Oh my god! I just realized that you were born after 97, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue. I can move things around for you if you need.
What's 97?
we haven't been doing anything with Lee, so I'm going to say that
97?
Lee
Easy,
disengaged
nice.
and started to make their way down the stairway.
Nope.
They're leaving.
Which in that case, the
Useless.
Bloptar.
Blobtar is going to, let's see,
Well, then
1,
you say
2
they
is going to
disengaged?
attack you, 3, 4 going to attack Zeph, and 5, 6 going to attack
It's not gonna-
Joy.
Opportunity attack
So
Kelly.
it
Joy.
heads towards Joy.
It can get there, but it can't attack.
Why?
Because that's what you said when it moved the same distance over there.
No, that was one of the. Okay,
No, it was.
no.
It was this
Okay,
guy.
I totally hear you. So, so the gibbering mouther speeds are drastically reduced. These creatures are not, and they have a very special ability that I'm gonna describe as, and it costs them a bonus action. But have you ever seen like a Japanese horror movie where they're coming at you so quickly, but it doesn't even look real? It's almost like it's they come at you like that,
Oh, I dislike that.
and
Good catch.
and
That was a good
you,
catch.
very lucky human being.
Yeah.
There's towels right outside of the thing.
It's not gonna roll forward.
Just let it go. Let it go.
Hold the puddle.
Let it go.
There was a spill. Ashlene's getting a towel.
There's a
because,
Klingon
you know,
version of that song, by the way.
Thank you
no,
for
it's
trying to
okay.
open an old German with lotiony hands.
That's never a phrase I also wanted to hear. God damn.
How else would you open an old German?
I just use lotion.
They're so dry. Old Germans are normally dry, so you gotta lube up.
Du hast me?
You gotta lube up for the old German.
Du hast Ruby Hans.
Du have lotion.
I gotta keep track of phrases tonight.
Hand von du ist very lotioned.
Okay, so
Ashlene's after
long
the
story
full
short, Fisher, are you hit with a 13?
No.
So it comes at you like really quick and staggery, but ends up missing you.
Joy has seen the ring.
The one next to Keth is going to attack.
It's gonna pick
Keth.
daisies with me.
And are you hit with a 20?
Bill, stop asking us questions like that.
And I don't know. You guys got some funky stuff happening, so I just want to make sure.
That's fair. Funky cold Medina.
So,
Size people up.
do you have any resistances right now?
Resist the
Bullshit.
Blobtars.
I was gonna say that. No, I don't.
You take 10 points of damage and gain 1 level of exhaustion. I rolled max.
We don't get to do any saves for the exhaustion because we're already exhausted, right? Before you were letting us roll saves, I was just curious.
Really, was I?
Yeah,
For the first
hits.
time we got hit by them.
Thank you very much. Roll con save. I can't keep track of
Everybody
shit.
else who grabbed one, do they get to roll con saves too for the first one for like the one they accrued?
No, we're not going back.
Sorry guys. I tried. I love you all.
I haven't done shit.
I don't think I made it. That's a 14.
But in fact, you did make it.
Oh!
Yeah. So, but you did take 10 points
10
of
points,
damage.
got it. I'm a little below half.
Stand up
You
real
got
quick
this.
and see that we had.
Cacao?
That one's gonna go straight through the
That was
puddle.
good.
Well, German
after
almost came
you.
out my nose.
I just leave the NPC alone.
Well, the NPC is gonna attack too. Time, are you hit with a 14? And that is a no. I know, isn't that great? And Zeph, is Zeph hit with, nope, Zeph is not hit by a 8.
Actually, no. Yeah.
And then there were 2 basically on Michaud, is that correct?
Yes, but you already attacked with one.
Okay, so the other one is, yeah, the other one's just gonna stick on Michaud.
God damn it.
You know, pun intended.
Tom
And is Michaud hit by an 18?
Yeah.
All right.
Rip.
Man, these guys are going to see both Michauds die in one day.
Have Michaud make a Constitution saving throw, and they also take 6 points of damage.
That is a 12. for the saving throw.
Okay, they gain 1 level of exhaustion.
God damn it, Michelle.
Not appropriate for Michelle, but shout out to everybody to remind yourselves that you have a point of inspiration.
Oh, right.
Well, I think a lot of us already used those.
No, every
You get
game.
one every game.
Every session you gain 1. Just incentive to burn it up.
Sorry, I took how much damage?
You took 6.
6.
6 points.
I still have 7. That's not too bad.
And last but not least, the roiling mass of flesh.
We can safely say last, but also least.
They thankfully move very slow.
Yep.
Come on, Bogey.
We can kite him around and not let him hit us.
Yeah. Just some Call of Duty zombies on it.
Keep them off me. Michelle needs to get out of there.
Michelle's gonna cast self-sacrifice. She's gonna explode. And,
So they are slowly but surely making
Don't call me Shirley.
their way towards you. And now we are back to Keth.
Okay.
So first and foremost, have Bogey make a wisdom saving throw as they're caught inside of the gibbering.
Got a 5
Ooh, that's not good.
What did you say? You got a 5?
on a wisdom. Yeah.
Oof. You did just watch your ward get jokered.
Yeah, I'm not doing great.
Roll a
Too
d8.
soon.
You were confused.
1.
Bogey does nothing.
Okay, that's on
Like
the
on my
scale.
turn?
Yeah, you were on the nose.
Yeah.
Bogey is confused and just loses sense of reality.
So I can't move or anything.
You can't move or do anything. You literally lose your turn.
That's fine.
You do nothing on your turn.
Bogey hurts himself in his confusion.
Here's what I want to imagine. So the gibbering kind of takes hold in Bogey's mind, and it sort of transitions into a soft whisper from the Rot Queen that is just sort of beckoning them to melt away into nothingness and be a part of something greater than they'll ever be by themselves.
Can we say that it's a combination of like the Rock Queen's voice, like with a little bit of like Cleaver overlaid?
Right? Like it sounds kind of like Cleaver.
Oh my god, yes.
I was thinking that too when I was talking.
God, yes.
Except,
like,
Cleaver is
amazing.
in that one.
Cleaver is part of the
hive-minded.
network.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Yeah.
perfect. Okay.
All right.
And-
So Keth kind of is gonna go, Bogey, get away from that thing, and then like Bogey's like not responding. Is like, fuck, I'm like over here by myself.
I'm going to say Bogey is responding, but is sort of saying things that maybe you can't hear from that distance. But if you were next to Bogey, it would be like, doesn't seem logical, but it is warm and where are you? How are you? I don't, it's
Goodbye.
not realistic to, and there's just a
Nope.
lot of
Yeah.
like logicking out equations that aren't feasible or sane.
Okay.
Okay.
Fuck. Well,
Yeah.
Keth is going to do another double attack with his staff at the one that's like up in his face.
Has that one been hit a bunch yet already?
Not a bunch. Just
It
I
has
did like
been hit.
It's been hit, but I don't think I can kill. I don't think I can kill it.
You got this.
You
got it.
One of them is a critical miss, so everybody drink.
Oh my god!
That's
This is
How
the
many
third round in a row.
Yes, I have critically missed every single combat round in this game so
Use this one.
far. I should just use my green one instead of this. You're rolling well with that one. You use that one.
Can you imagine if Obi-Wan, instead of saying "Use the Force, Luke," he said, "No, use this Force, Luke."
God damn it!
Luke,
Quit fucking
Luke,
up.
why did you take your dumb bitch juice this
And
morning?
that is going to be 8 points of damage.
8 points of damage.
Yes, sir.
It was supposed to be blue milk.
And then I'm going to use the chieftain blessing that is coursing through my veins and the strength of my forefathers. And I'm going to bonus action disengage from that motherfucker and head between time and that motherfucker that's in time space.
Again?
You may make another insight check on the end of your turn.
Word. I like being your human shield.
I appreciate it.
And you're the closest person to shield for me. I gotta. That's a 6 on that.
You want to
outside.
inspire
Listen,
yourself, maybe?
I'm just going
You
to
know
say that you're not in strategy mode. You're so present that you're just a bolt of lightning. But you just
bolt of lightning.
it's leaving no time for adult thought.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saving it for if I don't want to die
it's
from
valid.
exhaustion.
That's valid.
So that's what I'm saving my inspiration point for.
That's fair. After Keth is time.
Okay, so Kath kind of just like interposed themselves, like did the monk thing, kind of like slipped in between me and the thing.
Yes.
Good lord. Time appreciates that like a lot.
You can move away if you want. Was essentially my
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I love you, but this also means I'm gonna get a better shot at it if I do this.
Keth is fully aware of our battle tactics at this point.
Yeah, it's working great. At the very least, make this thing, have to disengage and do whatever. So Time's gonna move over there.
And kind of like does another little like you hear Time referencing like now would be a great time, Morel. Again, pleading out. And fires off. Okay, so you're engaging that thing, which is nice. And fires off another attack at the mouther. So those things are just
The injured
like
one?
Which one?
Yeah, the same one I've hit last time.
The one going for
okay.
Bogey or the one that's got Cleaver in it?
Whichever one was most
The
injured that I hit. I forgot which one I'm attacking.
Cleavage boy.
It's probably
This one.
Yeah, exactly.
I thought that one. Yeah.
The blue
Yeah.
rock.
It needs to go, and the others
Yeah.
are currently occupado. Not fantastic, but these things have shitty AC. 13.
That's a hit.
Chia boy. Fuck that shit up.
3 points of fire damage.
3 points of fire.
Or a
Where
little
are your
bit.
big guns?
A little sizzle.
I'm sorry, I am out of big guns.
They are
I have
burned.
Where are your-
I have one gun. I have one little gun left.
You're out of big guns too. Don't talk
I'm
shit
not.
over here.
I have
Hey,
one of each
Time.
size
Okay,
gun.
what's up?
I want to remind you
And a pea shooter.
that you have a particular ability from the Grove of the Ancients
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
that turns your weapon into a +3 weapon. And you currently have a 16 AC.
Oh, is that what that?
Don't
Oh my god, you're a battle wizard! You're a fucking battle wizard
I
right
just
now.
want to remind you that that exists.
You got something else cool with your attacking too, because you got both of the bonuses from that guy. So you have like, what's your other? Do you get to make like a
don't
second
know.
attack or something like that?
I don't know. I'll look it
We'll
up.
look it up on the break.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Cool. I mean, time's out of time currently.
Yeah, what's Ferg doing?
Excellent question. So Ferg really sees how effective Michaud is and hopes that Michaud will attack this this nasty roiling mass that is next to them this time around, but is uncertain. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, this is what's happening. So Ferg kind of does that same like disengage piece, or not disengage, but like dash piece, and actually sort of like lines up here a little bit. Hold on.
Well, Ferg doesn't need to disengage because
I'm not
he's
disengaging. I'm meaning dash.
Okay,
sorry,
got it.
to get that sort of disadvantage piece and sort of like and pop around.
Perfect.
Show's in a really bad place.
Well, the question is, you want me to pop something on top of you right now or not?
Depends on what you're popping.
Fair enough.
Popping bottles in the
Ferg
club.
does notice that the creature that's rolling towards Michaud, the slow sort of fleshy mass, is kind of not rolling in a straight line and is actually like bleeding liquidy bits of flesh off of it.
Gotcha. Sure.
I'm glad we had dinner before this, not after.
Let's see how this goes. So
Right.
yeah, Ferg is hoping that they will draw some attacks from these things and not screw it up too much, but
Slurp 'em up.
basically kind of like does that dash piece, swooping in between these two, basically drawing attacks of opportunity for them to allow Michaud to potentially like move back and get out of there. Right, at least gets, I don't know, up to a point here. I don't know if that, something like that.
He's
Right.
drawing attacks of opportunity from both of them.
Yeah. He's gonna like kind of do the bird thing, like step in and swoop, like knowing that will be like, you know, sort of trying to draw their attacks.
I think only one of them gets disadvantage.
That is any one of them or such. It's the first one. Let me check.
Yeah, check that out.
So I'm pretty sure it's any because
I'm
you can
pretty sure
kind
it's
of
any,
move
too.
through the.
Yeah. Move through the fray.
Yeah, it's basically moving through. I'm on the spot so that it's every single one of them. Because it's also like, if you want to try and run through a bunch of them, that's on you. Bam, 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 bam. Yep. While you're raging and you aren't wearing heavy armor, other creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attacks against you.
Cool.
Yeah, hell yeah.
While you're raging, what?
While you're raging and aren't wearing heavy armor, other creatures have disadvantage on opportunity attack rolls against
So, period. Okay, great.
Boom.
So here's the first one.
you. Okay.
Ferg's hit by an 18, correct?
Yeah.
So Ferg takes 5 points of slashing damage, which is halved, and then 1 point of necrotic
So
damage.
3 total. Okay. Got
And then
that.
the other disadvantaged hit is a miss.
Okay.
I think I rolled like a 6 or something.
Nice. So then Ferg rolls in on rolling nastiness. Not fantastic, but their AC is real terrible. 13.
13's a hit.
Yeah.
9 plus 10, 19.
Cool. Plus 10?
19.
Yeah. Because that charging.
Gives you an extra 5.
Yeah, charging's pretty epic on this one. As long as you got straight lines on that shit. up?
Want to you said 19 points?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Okay, so it's still up. Now, I want to also drop something in your lap.
Uh-huh.
In the sense that Ferg knows that and this is like his 23 intelligence just kicking in, like every moment that these things survive and exist means that they are literally sapping life energy for people who they get to touch. So I'm saying that as you as a player controlling Ferg, you may want to reconsider, using some of his abilities now rather than later. For example, he could use Blight as a bonus action right now if he wanted to, if they wanted to.
They can do it once per day, though. We're not going to fight the Rock Queen a day, right?
It's
not looking great for us right
I think
now.
isn't it an inspiration to use?
I mean, you said it's, I don't know. I see 1 inspiration, +2 attack, +2 damage, cast Blight as bonus. It says once per long rest, so I don't think it's an inspiration. It's just once per long rest.
Okay.
It says.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep. You're right. Yeah, cast Blight once per day. That's true.
Can Blight hit multiple creatures, or is it a single creature?
It's a single creature, but it does a lot of damage to a single creature. Like I believe it's 8d8.
Ugh, damn.
That's 8 damage if I roll bad.
Constitution save for half, but yeah, 8d8.
Yeah, gotcha. I think it kind of needs to do that. There's a lot of things on the board, and a lot of people are taking damage, and exhaustion's kicking up. We're not fighting the right queen today, probably. We got to go find some because
Just nap.
everybody's out of everything. So here's the thing, though. I think, and this is mildly meta, but in kind of a appropriate way, I think. Ferg sees the one that Ferg is on is one that's taking the most damage. It's not looking great. It's the really weird one. Yeah.
The one that's on them, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm imagining while this is happening, this piece is happening not after all of it, but sort of while Ferg is sort of dodging through, drawing these attacks, and is rolling up, charging on this one. Ferg throws Blight at the other one.
Okay.
Oh, I thought, is Blight not a touch spell?
No, it's range.
No,
I
it's
thought it was a
definitely a
touch
ranged spell. And
Nice
and he
fuck.
sees the Death Herald Remolk of the Hollowcrest tribe, the ancient orc tribe, just sort of manifest and sort of raise his hands above, sort of chanting it above, and then all of a sudden these just maggots just sort of manifest and come out of nowhere and take apart a lot of this creature. So the creature's going to roll a Constitution save, which is going to be a failure.
Ooh, awesome. Oh shit, those some 8s. 16, 24, 30, 36, 42, and 46.
That is such a high on the average.
That is really
It
good.
is very high on the average, and yeah, you see this creature, like half of it just gets devoured by a pile of
What?
maggots.
He didn't roll 8.
And another 8! I mean, I'm saying I rolled 7 accidentally.
Yeah. So
And
what was
like,
that total?
That is a ridiculously high. It was 46 plus 8, 54.
54?
Yes.
That is a
God.
max is 64.
Yeah,
Yes.
max is 64.
Holy
That's
hell.
fucked. That was really good.
I'm really good at the 8 times tables because of Minecraft.
No, I'm keeping these now. These are mine. No, I'm just kidding. They rolled so well. I love that look of hurt.
Well, I was going to let you keep them.
No, I'm kidding. You're like, you're right. That was a good roll.
That was a good roll.
Even mine rolled an 8. Why do you only betray me?
All right.
Because it lives in my pocket for 2
Because I
weeks at
have
a
the
time.
dragon on my side. Thank you.
It's because your set's not complete. You lost your D4.
Wow.
I know where it is.
Did that one
It's at home.
survive that?
It did survive
I
that.
used it for something. I forgot to put it back.
Holy crap!
Well, yeah, these things are dick holes.
That's right. We got another round of people.
one of these is a bonus
so
action?
hold on a second. Yeah, I think Ferg's gonna have to hang out there, not finish a movement or anything along those lines. So yeah,
Okay.
not much more to go.
And last but not least, Joy, and Michaud.
Yeah, Joy, Michaud, Zeth
Last
before
but-
Joy, Michaud.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
before
I was
monsters
thinking
number.
you're after me for some reason. Okay. Michaud.
finish
Michaude's
it.
gonna back up now.
I don't mean to alarm you, but you're wrong.
Finish it.
Michaude's not gonna back up?
No, it's actually your turn.
Oh.
Yeah. It's the good you're wrong.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ferg is pulling.
Sorry, I mean, Rom is gonna back up.
Oh, I hate you. No.
No.
Kidding.
And going to, what are your spells? Do you have anything useful?
Well, he's got Flame Blade still.
Yeah, but, okay. Actually, you know, he's gonna go over here.
Direct the
Yeah,
archers
it's gonna
to
go-
shoot the 2.
Get it.
Yeah, you can
What?
also use your action to direct all the,
'Cause they
the
get
shadows.
Oh,
two
that's my
shots each.
action? Oh, I thought it was my whole turn.
No, you get
Just
to move
your
and
action.
you get an
Oh,
action.
that makes... Man, I would have done that last time then.
That's why I kept... I love
Well,
the
except...
picture.
I
I'm not
thought-
going to tell you how to play your game.
I thought it was the whole action because
Yeah.
that's what I did the first time.
Well, the first time you also moved, but I think you just got confused, and that's totally
Probably.
okay.
Cool, do it.
When
I'm
I'm
just an
remember
idiot.
that when I say this is an action, that is not your whole action.
Yes.
That means that you have a movement, that you can do a bonus action,
Yes.
that kind of thing. So,
All right, so I can command these guys to do full turns.
goddamn right you can.
Okay, cool.
And the Acolyte has Sacred Flame, so if they want to use that as a spell, they may.
They should definitely do that.
First, I'm gonna fire these archers at this, which is.
Well, they
fire
get
these
2
archers.
shots each. You want to do
Yeah.
them all at the same guy? Or do you want to see how they go first?
This archer's gonna shoot first.
Thank you.
Oh, wow, cool. 3 and 4. So what is that?
What are
That's
the pluses to the archers?
I
Oh,
don't
for
know.
the
That's
scouts.
what probably like 6.
I think
and
they have plus
7.
4. I think they have plus
So
4.
7 and 8. Those hit. The 8 almost hits.
Give me a second.
Maybe the 8.
don't know on the
Yeah,
big
they have
guys.
plus 4.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
7
8.
and 8.
7 and 8. Unfortunately, those are misses.
That first one. Okay, keep
Yeah.
going. Next guy.
To be fair, this guy is real freaked out.
Yeah, no, you should.
Everything going on right now is awful. And okay, 11 and 16. Those both hit.
Those both hit.
Cool. So, and these do what in damage again? A
D8
6
plus
D8.
2.
Cool. So that is 6, so 8, and then 7, so 9. So 15.
8 and 9?
No, 17. Yes.
17?
This motherfucker's still not dead.
Die, bitch.
And you see it grossly and in a sort of gassy sort of way deflate. Just
Is it dead?
it's not moving. Aside from a
But-
few bubbles.
It dead.
Bubbles.
It did. Just we thought it didn't burst on Ferg.
Bubbles.
Is it
All right.
Bubbles.
Brute guy is gonna go over and just fucking punch that one.
Would you do yourself a favor and take that little mini off? Just so that we're clear that that's not a thing anymore. Don't know you do.
Eats it. Eats
Not
it.
pro.
If Meg eats that, that's on you.
Yeah, so this guy's gonna. What does he have? A sword? A spear?
Wait, who are we talking about?
The fighter.
The blue guy.
The knight.
He has a, let's say a short sword.
A short. Oh, I was hoping you were gonna say spear.
That's
Just a D6.
Well, yeah, but spear you can do from range. So yeah, I'm just gonna whack at that guy.
Ish.
Ooh, 18,
18's a hit.
Whack that guy.
and then D6.
Plus someone.
4 plus
whatever.
Ooh, 4 plus 9. Cool.
Plus 3.
That was close.
Ooh,
so yeah, 7.
7 is not a hit.
What?
No,
No, it's for damage.
Oh, got it.
That's to the one that was about to burst, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with losing this guy. What was his name again? Daniel?
Sure.
Wait, what did you say? How much damage did you do?
7. To the one who was already almost dead.
About to bust.
Yeah, so take that mini off and it explodes.
Cool.
Um,
It damages this one too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think.
it's going to... I mean, it's not going to damage that one because they're kind of immune to their own gunk.
Yeah, but just velocity.
Me too. I'm immune to my own. No, I'm not. It's terrible sometimes.
Wait,
What?
I can't see where... Oh,
This thing was about 10 feet away from it.
Ish, yeah.
The
Maybe.
yellow guy.
Plus minus bit.
the yellow guy?
Yeah.
Maybe
Thank
10.
you.
It was 10 or 15 feet away.
So
The
they
acolyte.
both
Yeah.
have to make
acolyte too.
Constitution saving throws.
Cool. Purple is Acolyte. Green is... Where did my die go?
I don't know.
I'm gonna-
Because you rolled
I don't
4
like
at
that
once
one.
and then.
You're right. Yeah, this is also yours. Boop. That was actually cocked. 13 for Acolyte.
Plus whatever.
Yeah, plus whatever. And then 3 for Fighty Dude.
Plus whatever.
Well, I can't see, so...
Whoa. 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 I don't know what their points are, so.
3 plus 12.
The fighty dude takes 15 points of damage,
Cool.
and the acolyte takes half that, which is 7.
7. Okay, cool.
They don't just get an exhaustion, they get damage.
No, this manifests in like acidic.
Oh, gross.
Okay, the Acolyte is going to move over and just out of pure...
Joy.
yeah, out of pure joy is gonna heal Joy again.
Wait, how many points did the acolyte take?
7.
Okay, so it's got 2 hit points left.
Okay.
They're going to
Kill
get that close to
itself.
another one of those things?
And
Or is it
the
going to fire at the gibbering mouther over there?
and the bandit, the blue mini,
Mhm.
is just a
Sizzled.
sizzled.
Oh,
On the
poor
ground,
guy.
dead.
I'm cool with that.
Really tried, though.
Not
And
gonna lie.
everyone's like looking at Michaud like, you sent him to his death.
No.
Michaud didn't tell exactly what to do.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
He just was a little dumb.
He's like,
Go fight
it's
them.
either I send him to his death, or he dies anyways.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's all good.
So yeah, is that one gonna heal or is it gonna like attack with the sacred flame on the gibbering mouther over there? Hypothetically,
It's gonna...
how bad does that other gibbering mouther look?
Bad.
How bad does it look? Okay, it's gonna Sacred Flame it.
You have the spell.
Deck save.
For that.
It's a deck save.
Yeah.
Right. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm like, right, that's
I think
me.
it's a D8, right?
Yes.
I just rolled a nat 20,
Actually, what
which
le-
is a
oh.
19, which means that I saved. And
That's
it doesn't do anything.
ridiculously stupid.
Yeah.
Okay, I use a bonus action to... Does it have any bonus action powers?
No.
To maybe move behind the red guys.
You gotta go behind
Behind
the
is a
scouts.
really relative term now, so...
Away from most of the other
Let's
nasty.
go right here.
Okay.
Cute.
And now,
Zeph.
Zeph is gonna slice at this guy.
The
Okay.
slice of life.
The good old-fashioned double slice. That is a 9 and a 9. So that
A
is...
hit and a hit.
Cool.
88, right?
Yes.
You don't like green.
2d8, each one
Zeph,
plus...
pick up the big
Each
sword.
one's plus 3. Ooh, okay. 11 and 8. 19.
19.
Mm-hmm.
You rolled an 8 with mine.
It
Oh, I know. You are my blessing.
it pops like a pustule,
Cool.
and
also
Zeph
awesome.
needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Boop. That is not great. That is an 8.
Ooh. Zeph takes a total of 16 points of acidic damage.
Oof. Wow, actually, he's still doing okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and take that little mini off.
Mm-hmm.
And
All right, now Zeph's going to move over.
Time kind of points like before Zeph moves. Do you recognize that weapon? And like points at the one that the Tanarukk
Do I
dropped.
recognize that weapon?
Tanarukk dropped.
Yes, Zeph does recognize that weapon. It is essentially like where Griffinbeak was Zeph's sort of symbol of his sort of championship.
Mhm.
this weapon was Tanarukk's symbol of championship.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple of things that it's going through Zeph's mind. First and foremost, so the weapon did not grow with Tanarukk, meaning that the Tanarukk was using it as like a two-handed longsword, which means to Zeph, it would be a greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So, and Zeph could definitely wield that, no problem. But he doesn't, he's a little bit dubious as maybe how it was corrupted.
Yeah.
Also, would he touch it?
It's also
Is
over
that,
here
like,
right now.
That's exactly why I'm
It's like
describing.
disrespectful,
Was
right?
it-
Like,
was it-
like it's not
was it
his
corrupted?
champion.
Does he think it's
There's
corrupted?
there's the conversation of disrespectful, and then there's the conversation of our capital is on the line.
Yeah, we're all
So I
gonna
think
die.
that Zeph would
Pick it up.
do whatever he needed to do, and at the same time, what happened to this weapon? Because it does look very different.
Yeah, and the weapon is currently in a pool of acid,
Yeah.
and with the blob tar on top of it. What he's thinking is he's gonna go over
show,
and pick
like,
it up.
the weapon never actually looked like that before Tanarukk's transformation.
Gotcha.
So
So the weapon transformed in some way as well.
very much so. Like imagine Tanarukk's body just sort of riddled with cordyceps, and then like all of a sudden these growths just like kind of came out of him. Apparently, the same thing happened with his weapon, which is sort of weird or unheard of.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you almost I'm just having this kind of good group think real quick, but like this, you have in mind, Keth, like your staff that is sort of I don't want to use the word infected, but I can't think of any other
It's like
word.
infused.
Infused, yeah.
with the mycelium, you know what I mean, which
But yours
allows
is
it
positive.
to do what it does. So there's this sort of like
We're not corrupted.
yeah, you're not really sure what this weapon is capable
Yeah,
of.
his plan is to pick it up after the battle. But right now
Screw it, time's going in.
Oh man, that'll go well.
It's time.
He's gonna run over and be like, "Hey, you quit it."
Hey,
Okay, got it. So
please.
Joy, did you go?
Joya is not gone yet.
Okay, it's your turn.
Are these things undead?
No,
No.
none of these things are undead.
Okay, then I'm gonna use Toll the Dead on it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be like, boop, because that's 120, less than 120 feet away,
Yeah,
right?
here comes my wisdom saving throw. I just rolled a 19.
Cool. So that means
Nothing.
Yep, it's a cantrip. Nothing
Yeah.
happens.
No half damage.
Nope.
no, it still takes 1d8.
No, it does not.
Uh-uh.
D8 is if it's undamaged. D12 if it is damaged, and it's just it's like a
Oh, yep, cool. Okay.
The
straight
wording's
saving
just
throw or not.
weird.
Just like Sacred Flame and all of those cantrip ones.
Yeah.
I have a
Sorry, I would love for you to damage.
So let me be clear that this particular gibbering mouther is a baller. Like it's just made its last two saves, including its dex save,
Ridiculous.
which is a -1.
Yeah.
no kidding.
Yeah, it's
It
like
should have died this round, and it was like, nah, bitch.
it's like
I'm gonna eat that
it's like the
bogey.
Matrix Neo of the gibbering mouther world.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Like its body sort of like splits in half.
It's its turn, Bill.
Oh, good.
Kill it. Kill itself. Jump off the ledge.
Whoa, it's aggressive.
Well,
It feels real bad.
it's trying to eat us.
It will close the distance and attack Bogenschultz.
Yeah, good.
If you could please.
You were the closest.
Yeah.
Bogey's AC is 13.
Oh,
You're fine.
let's see if it got its spittle back on a 5 or a 6. Nope, it did not.
Cool.
Also a phrase I never.
But it does attack Bogenschultz, and does Bogenschultz hit by an 18?
Yes.
Ouch.
It's fine.
Fire away.
Oh God, that's right. This was the thing that was crit,
I
right?
love. Will's like, it's fine, and then the dice hit.
God!
Why? Damn it.
10. Bogenschultz takes 13 points of sizzly awfulness.
I am
As
pretty
still
lucky
chilling.
As it could have been.
And have Bogey make a con save.
That's a 3 plus 5.
Takes 1 level of exhaustion.
Okay.
Where's Bogey up to now with exhaustion?
2.
Okay, half speed.
Half
That's all it
speed.
means.
Yeah.
Still bad, but yeah.
Okie dokie. There is that one in the middle there that moves towards Ferg.
Okay.
And attacks Ferg. And is Ferg hit with a 20? The answer is yes.
Is it a dirty 20?
Have Ferg make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, that's not quit that. No mas.
Sorry, he's rolling d4s this time.
9.
Yeah. 1 level of exhaustion.
Oh.
And I'm already taking Ferg's damage resistance into account when I say that Ferg takes 5 damage total.
Okay.
Then, let's see.
There's one by Zeph, there's one by me, and there's that jewel one kind of floating between me and Bogues.
And also Joy.
No, that's one by Zeph.
That's
Oh,
the
Zeph and
yeah.
Joy.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
by Zeph and Joy.
It's by Zeph. Zeph has a lot more health, okay?
It's by Zeph. It's fine. Don't ask questions.
Okay, so odds it attacks Zeph, evens it attacks Joy. Evens it attacks Joy. And
Sorry, bud.
Joy, are you hit with? Oh my God, you're so lucky. It went from like a 19 to a 3.
It still hits.
Yeah.
Oh, my AC
no,
is
no.
a 1.5.
Definitely does not hit. And then that one over there, instead of going for bogey, it does that kind of Japanese horror movie thing straight at Keth. And attacks Keth. Keth, are you hit by a 12?
From the jeweled one or from the one in the puddle?
Doesn't matter.
Well, the jeweled one was kind of far away from me.
The jeweled one.
Oh, okay. Was it a 12?
12.
Oh, no.
Okay,
Definitely
cool.
not.
And then the puddle one hits you with a 20.
Yep.
So make a Constitution saving throw. And in the meantime, you take 6 points of damage.
13? 9 plus 4.
13 just makes it. You
Okay.
do not gain
And what did you say I took damage? Sorry.
6 points.
6 points.
Yeah.
So I
And
got really spacey for a second there
this,
for some
fam.
reason.
yeah,
I'm
so
not doing great.
those are all the creatures. And I also want to kind of draw a little bit of attention that in the distance, remember that you're on a pretty what was it, like a 50-foot or 40-foot like high rise, you know,
The
like a
dais?
gazebo. Yeah, exactly. And you can hear more of these creatures out in the distance sort of slurping their way closer to you.
Okay.
We are back to Keth.
Okay, well, Keth has 2 guys up in his grill. Which one looks worse, Bill? The jewel one or the puddle one?
The jewel one. The puddle one does not seem to take has not seemed to take any damage.
And how bad does the smiling one look? What are they called?
Gibbering.
The gibbering one.
Oh, got it. Oh, it looks horrible.
Okay.
It's barely holding itself together. I mean, like the blight that it caught from Ferg almost just annihilated it.
I don't think Ferg would want to describe it that
So
way.
I think
That could really eat into their bottom line.
real question: is Bogey still frozen?
That remains to be seen.
Well,
Actually,
it's Bogey's turn, so
well, okay. So then let's resolve that. So have Bogenschultz make a wisdom saving throw.
a 6.
Have Bogenschultz roll a d8, and we'll see where they stand.
3.
Yes, they do nothing.
They do nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think Keth kind of like sees that one hit Bogenschultz really hard. He's getting attacked by 2, kind of trying to dodge it, and he like sees Bogenschultz not reacting at all or trying to move, and it's just kind of like, what the fuck? So he's gonna bonus action disengage from these guys.
Yes.
And kind of like monk swing around them and like get up, like kind of come around Bogey, and as he comes around Bogey, he's gonna like take his staff double-handed and swing it like right, like he's going for like a bat right at this thing's head.
Totally.
Because he's just like, fuck, like this thing is eating Bogenschultz and they're not. Oh,
Dude, all those natural ones. Fuck those.
Fuck those ones.
Yeah, nat 20.
And the bell curve is preserved.
Nice. Yeah, totally. Oh,
That was
that's
good.
great.
Now you just need
good.
2 more of those.
Does that be equal?
Ooh,
That's
man.
a terrible roll, though. It's okay, though. Okay. So I get +3. And then do I get double my bonus?
No,
too?
you do
Okay.
not.
So I get 3 plus 3, which is 6 plus 2 because my staff is activated. So
8.
8. Damn it. That's what I was like doing with my normal hits before, but that's okay.
You said 8 points?
8 points.
Still just for your first hit. Go.
It's still up. Do you want to hit it with your hands?
Wait, you still have one more attack, don't you?
I don't have a multi-attack. I was doing the the staff thing where you can hit like twice with 2d6, and I double swung instead.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Yeah, I'm gonna hit him.
Do it. These are slightly different than the other ones anyway, so hit it with your hand.
I'm gonna flurry of blows it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna be good for you or not, so but
I rolled a 1, so I already drink.
jeez.
I really
And we're
need a
back out of
pee.
balance.
Every round.
I need another beer now, because thanks.
My bladder is beyond full.
52. Don't even think about it.
Let's
Hang on. Let me kill it first.
Totally.
It's like 9 o'clock. We should just.
We'll take a break after Keth's round.
Okay.
But yeah.
And then I do 5 points of damage.
All right.
I sucker punch it in the sucker.
So, Will, I just want you to see this. 62 points. It is 67 hit points.
Oh, perfect.
How do you kill it?
Exactly. Kill it.
How do I kill it?
Exactly.
So I think it's
5 hit
kind of
points.
like doing this thing where it's starting to like try and like suck Bogey in, and so Keth kind of comes around and like hits it with his staff as hard as he can and kind of just like pushes it away.
Yeah.
And he sees that it's kind of like flailing and in pain, so he just like picks a spot like right in the center of all the mouths and like lets go of his staff with one hand and makes a fist and just boom right into the center of it, and it just kind of like
Splooshes all over you.
all over me and open. Yeah.
You know, make a Constitution saving throw.
Nat 20. Nat 20.
And we're back.
Oh my god.
You have had 3
This has been a
criticals in this
fucking round.
This is yeah.
Is
So-
Bogenschultz and can they still like that's just it wasn't because the creature was there. They still can't do anything for their whole round.
They still
right?
can't do anything for the
Then
whole
that's
round.
my turn.
But they look like they're shaking it.
But you feel like the chitter chatter cacophony of like horror has ceased, and Bogenschultz is just sort of like just now coming out of that funk, and that's where we will
And
take
like
a
as
bit of a break.
Bogenschultz is kind of coming out and that thing bursts, you can like it's like panning away and you can kind of just see Keth being like, "Are you okay?" Like checking on them, like looking in their eyes, doing that whole like follow my finger type thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. You good? You with
Enjoy
us?
Are you still here?
Yeah.
Are you still here? Because we'll be right back.
Oh!
Are you catatonic?